Welcome back to the Supercar Connection podcast.
The demand for paint to sample just skyrocketed.
Back in the stew, as you said.
Back in the stew.
And that was kind of like
Crazy specs in general across car brands, I feel like.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
I mean,
exploded.
specs became value.
Studio. We are here with my boy Maxwell. You want to give yourself a little intro?
What's up, guys? I'm Max, pushing Porsches on Instagram. I work at Porsche South Bay as a brand ambassador.
Pushing Porsches.
Pushing P's.
I broke out the Porsche shirt for today.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
We have a Porsche episode right now. We're about to have a full-blown Porsche. What does this come to?
I feel like
I
this
don't
is a long time coming, right?
Oh, heck yeah, a long
Yeah.
time coming. Well, everybody kind of knows the show to be. We talk about Porsche. We're not scared to talk about it and
Yeah.
really say exactly what it is. So this is going to be an episode a lot
Say
about
exactly
Porsche.
what it is.
We're going to talk about other things, but we're going to make it Porsche centric. So to kind of like fit the mood here,
Oh, yeah.
I was gifted a little something.
We got the live switch.
There we
Live
go.
switch. You guys are getting raw dome. Okay, I charge $9.99 a month on my OnlyFans for this. You guys are getting it for free.
There we go. Welcome
we
to the
go.
club.
Let's run.
You got polished today too, huh?
I did get polished today.
Yeah, you could
That's
tell.
premium. That's $19.99 for the polished dome. Let's run it up.
Next up, we got to get you a Boxster.
Okay. It's like there's limits. There's limits. You heard me say earlier though that I might be considering a Porsche soon.
I did hear that. Yeah.
Let's
Let's talk about that.
I can't believe we're even here right now. The problem is the car that I would want, I still kind of think it's a little bit overvalued.
Okay, which one is that?
I think the only thing I would really look for is a GT3 RS, the 992. That's the only car that I think that I would actually get into. The only, if I had to pick one other one that has any legitimate chance at all, is the 991.1 3 RS.
Okay.
Those
Dot
two.
one over the dot two.
Yeah. Dot
Okay. Dot one.
One. Dot one.
I love
That's
that.
16, 17, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
that one.
amazing.
Ultraviolet.
Yes. There's not a lot of color options on that one, is there?
No.
There's not.
The standard color palette was pretty limited with like a large majority of them lava orange, ultraviolet, white.
Yeah. Like
Right.
when I looked at the market, I literally saw ultraviolet, lava orange, silver, white, and
Yeah.
black.
Yeah.
And red.
Yeah.
That's it.
That-
That was the spectrum.
That was kind of the last era of when paint to sample was very rare
Got it.
and very hard to obtain, right? It was like, it wasn't even really an option. You
Right.
know, you kind of had to, it was kind of what Special Wishes is now.
Got
right?
you.
It was like, oh, you want to do paint to sample? Oh, okay.
Got it.
You got to get approved for that.
Yeah.
Today, is it just anyone who is willing to pay for PTS can get PTS?
Do we want to jump into the paint to sample?
I
It's a good leeway.
We can
right?
make a whole episode on PTS at this
Okay.
point.
So the PTS thing right now it's a little bit different. I mean, post COVID, right? The whole PTS thing took off. I mean, so did Porsche. I mean, that was kind of like
Crazy specs in general across car brands, I feel like.
yeah,
just
exactly. I mean,
exploded.
specs became value, right?
Right.
It wasn't, hey, I've got personal taste and I want to build it this way. It was like, how can I create more value with my vehicle?
Right.
And obviously, we see that in Ferrari, we see it in Lamborghini, everything, Porsche especially.
Right.
And the demand for paint to sample just skyrocketed. And I think that's partially due to like, we look at the auctions, right? Any paint to sample Porsche is,
Stupid.
Big time.
more than a standard color one. And so the demand just went up for paint to sample, so much so that the capacities are completely filled. Model year 26, all 911s across the board, pretty much every Porsche model besides the Macan Electric, paint to sample is sold out.
Really?
Paint to sample sold out.
Sold out.
So there still is like a limited build slots for PTS.
Absolutely. It's still limited. It's just not as limited as we would have seen throughout the decades leading up to, I guess the 992 generation. But it's, I mean, you can't get a model year 26 911 right now in paint to sample at any dealership. I mean, we get calls. People are like, can I get paint to sample? No, sorry. You got to pick a standard color. All right, I'm going to go to the next dealership.
But I can get a standard color.
You can get a standard color. Yeah. And so.
Slots are still available for builds, just not PTS builds.
Correct. Yes. Yes. And it's been that way
Yeah.
for close to 3 or 4 months. I
That
mean,
blows my mind.
they just, it's hot.
It's not that expensive. I mean, it's what, 12 grand?
It was 12 grand. Certain models are 12 grand, like the Macans and stuff.
They're charging premium now. They have to.
Yeah,
Come on.
911s were 15 and some change. Now we're up to 17 and some change. Yeah.
Just for level 1 PTS?
There's only the PTS and then the Paint to Sample Plus.
Paint to Sample Plus is I choose anything.
Yeah, like you bring them a leaf.
It's actual paint to sample,
Wait,
right?
time out.
Yeah.
So there's levels to PTS.
Yeah.
So explain it for everybody who might not be aware.
So Paint to Sample, they give you a palette, and that palette is give or take, I don't know, 100, 200 colors. I haven't counted it. And it's, long-term running colors, popular colors from the previous generation, heritage colors, popular Paint to Sample colors. And they've basically curated this palette that you can choose from. And that kind of varies a little bit across the models. Like there's certain colors that are available on the 911 that aren't on the Cayenne, so on and so forth. And that's Paint to Sample. It's 17 and some change now, and you kind of pick where you want to go. There's a ton
Which
of
is
blue.
funny because it's not really paint to sample.
It's not. No.
When you pay 35 or 40,000 or whatever, it's paint to sample.
They were once a sample.
Right. They were once a sample.
Yeah. So Paint to Sample Plus is in theory, you bring them a color and you ask them to create that color. And so I use the leaf analogy. It's like you could bring them in theory. I've never dealt with a Paint to Sample Plus order, so I'm speaking probably out of turn here.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But in theory, you would bring them something and say, this is the color I want, and then they'll play around with it and tell you, yes, we can do it. No, we can't do it.
And how much is that one? Plus?
I don't want to.
Oh, wow.
It's online.
Yeah,
I don't know the exact price.
Okay, guys, it's online.
Yeah.
I want Max to misquote it at all.
I think it's 35 to 40 grand.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
35 racks just to be able to get whatever you want.
You get whatever you want.
Okay.
Would
Yeah.
they? I wonder if they do like if you're like I want Lamborghini Arancio Borealis, if they would do that.
That would be a question for the guys over at the
Yeah,
factory.
for sure.
But in theory, yes. I mean, Porsche does offer a Zeroth 80s,
Mm-hmm.
and it's named the Zeroth 80s, and that's a Lamborghini color. So it's been done before, certainly. I mean, there's definitely a cross-contamination nowadays of Ferrari,
Heck
Lamborghini, and Porsche colors across the three brands.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
So you see that a lot.
Blue Cephas 3 RS.
Yeah,
That'd be hot.
that'd be sick.
Hot.
Uh,
TBTFW has a 3RS listed that I would buy, but they are it's overpriced as a mug. I'll pull it up for you and you tell me this is overpriced.
I would love to see, and I think they've changed the name, so this could be a touchy subject. I would love to see Rosso Vic on a 911.
Which explain Rosovic.
I think that color first came out. Oof.
This is a Lambo color?
Yeah. Oh man, was it the Gallardo or the Aventador was first on?
It might have been the Gallardo.
I think it was. It's named after a guy.
Yeah. It's a rare ass color scheme.
Yeah.
I'm limited to Rosso Mars.
One of your
When it comes to my
Yeah.
Rosso,
Yeah.
my internal
yeah.
logbook of Lambo colors.
I'm sure there's a Lamborghini specialist who knows the story
Oh,
behind that color better than I do.
This it's PTS Mason Blue.
Yes.
How do you say it? Mason or Mason?
I have not figured it out.
Meson
Somebody
blue?
say Meissen.
yeah.
Mason Blue.
Yeah, I think it's
you're
Meissen.
Black with guards red stitching.
Love that.
1,600 miles.
Okay. This is a
This is a 3RS.
This is a
992.
2016 or it's a 992.
992
Oh, wow.
3RS. I don't know what the year. The VIN it's R, so I think it's 2024. So 2024 3RS.
Yeah.
1,600 miles, PTS, Mason Blue, black with guards red stitching. It's got some nice little HREs done to it. It's pretty smooth spec. They want pretty much 500 for it.
Okay.
Do we think that that's relatively fair to the marketplace right now?
I think it's whatever somebody's willing to pay, and
I hate
paint
that
a
game.
sample, paint a
I
sample.
really do hate that
I
game.
know you do.
Because people are stupid, and people pay stupid amounts for stupid things.
It's just what people deem like if that is the spec that somebody has been looking for, they're for ages and they've been trying to get that on their car. Maybe they got in late with a 25 and they couldn't spec a paint to sample 3RS. Who knows? Maybe it is worth $500,000 to somebody. I mean, it's not that far off in terms of where the paint to sample market is on the auction base and whatnot. So it's not crazy, but
I just can't. I sit here and I go, is somebody really willing to pay $500,000 for a car like that? And then I sit there and I go, my values for what I look for just don't match somebody else that would pay for that.
Right.
And I just can't. I don't know. I can never mentally sit there and go, somebody would pay for this. And then I
Right.
watch the prices keep going up, and then
Yeah.
people are outbidding each other on cars specifically like this, something crazy PTS or has the crazy interior. They'll pay $600-700K. I saw a 3RS listed with, I don't know the name of the interior, but it's got like the plaid interior with
like
the seats
the
are
black and white.
Yeah, like it's all like patternized. Is there a term for that? I don't know the name.
Houndstooth or
Houndstooth?
Pepita.
Houndstooth? Yeah, those. Some of
Yeah.
it was like it's some crazy spec, but it's listed for $750,000.
Okay, so that's probably a special wishes car, Sonderwunsch.
Got it. Okay.
That's like another level up where it's not just playing around with color. Now you're playing around with what do you want to do?
Oh,
right?
so it's whatever.
Yeah.
It's
like
basically,
tailor-made.
yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay,
like
got it.
tailor-made.
Word.
Um,
Like ad personam. Kind of.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if ad personam really does that level.
Right.
think
Lambo's not really going that crazy.
They're
with the customization.
yeah, they're not.
This is pretty much like any element you want to change on the car.
Yeah, you can do whatever.
Yeah,
As long as you're willing to pay for it.
right.
And that's obviously limited.
There's no pricing on that.
That is
Yeah.
that is limited.
So basically you have your base color palette, you have PTS,
Yeah.
PTS Plus,
Yeah.
and then Sandwich.
Yeah, Sonderwunsch.
Sonderwunsch,
But
got it.
PTS and Paint the Sample Plus fall under Sonderwunsch. So like
Got it.
people won't go and, I mean, majority of the time a Sonderwunsch build you see is probably going to have just a PTS color, not Plus.
Got it.
Yeah. Sonderwunsch kind of is more focused on mainly interior, but also certain elements like painting plastic parts, like painting the vents on the 992 RS, the front
Okay.
splitter,
Yeah.
the side skirts, the rear diffuser. Maybe you want to add backdated GT3 RS decals like a couple of these guys have been doing.
Right.
They've been doing modernized versions of the 997.2 GT3 RS decals
Right.
across the rear fender and the door card, which I think looks
Smooth.
super
The
awesome.
dark blue one with the baby blue
Yes.
decals in front and rear.
Yeah.
I'm on that spec.
Yeah, that one's
100%.
right. But if you want to do, a non-offered stitching color, you want to get those seat inserts, the houndstooth seat inserts, but you want to do them in a different color, stuff like that. Yeah. You want to get, the GT3 RS ticker, the 12 o'clock marker.
Right.
You want to get that in a custom color. You got to go to Sonderwunsch. Dial coloring, the whole 9 yards. The inserts where the harnesses come through on the bucket seats, get those paint matched to the exterior. I mean, literally anything.
So the details go pretty crazy on Sonderwunsch.
Yeah, you can go pretty deep. And then that's also where stuff like the Chroma Flare paint jobs are offered.
How
Yeah.
much are those?
Ooh,
Over 100. Six-figure paint
I've only
jobs.
seen one in
That's
person,
wild.
and you don't get a breakdown on Sonderwunsch pricing. It just shows on the build sheet as the total cost of the options.
Mhm.
Got
So there's no breakdown on
like
a Sonderwunsch
tailor-made.
build for what is actually offered.
Yeah.
Only the owner and the Sonderwunsch team know.
That's it. How
Yeah.
does somebody get a Sonderwunsch build?
You got to have pretty long history. Yeah.
Got it. So you
Yeah.
gotta be in the game.
Long history, have a good connection to a dealer or, corporate and get recommended for it probably. Yeah.
So you gotta be literally playing this game for quite some time now.
Most likely. Yeah. I mean, it'd be pretty hard fetched to walk in with zero buyership history with the brand and get a Sonderwunsch build. I would think.
Even if I walked in there and I was like, "Hey guys, I know I've maybe not said the best things about you guys, but look, I'm willing to swap teams if I
mean,
get a sandwich."
I don't know how the corporate guys feel, but if an open checkbook is an open checkbook,
let's run it up.
Yeah.
Let's
The
run it
problem
up.
is
Yeah.
there's more open checkbooks than they're willing to accept,
right,
It's very true.
right.
It's very true.
It would devalue the Sonderwunsch thing.
which is the wild thing about it all.
And those Chroma Flare
crazy.
paint jobs are numbered. They are limited.
They have to be extremely numbered in a sense.
Yeah,
You've only seen one, you said?
I've only seen one ever in person. They do a little bit more now, but I mean, when they first started doing it, I think they're only doing 4 cars a year.
It's ridiculous.
There's
Yeah.
that Chroma Flare 3 RS with like the white leather
Yes.
bucket seats.
Yes. And they've done that same paint job on like a GT2 RS, couple of Turbo S's in the market. So pretty crazy stuff. It's an insane paint job.
Can I ask you a question from like the Porsche perspective?
Sure.
What makes you think, like, why do you think that the Porsche has such a cult following, that you've dealt with so many customers?
Well, for starters, you have people who have been involved with the brand since it came. I mean, I'm speaking from US side of this.
Right, right,
okay.
right.
So like when Porsche first got brought over, it was a very small group of people who were making it happen. And, it was pretty much a handful of guys running Porsche, and mainly for motorsport purposes. I mean, they were selling Porsches here to fund North American racing. And because there's such a long history, I mean, we're talking about 50s, 60s, 70s, as the
Right.
inception of the US market. And because there's such a long standing of long-term clients, I mean, there are plenty of people who are associated with our dealership who bought cars when we first opened, which is, 20 years ago. But there are dealerships who have been open or have, interlinked to a dealership that once existed
Right.
since, the 80s. Right. And you've got people who bought a car then and kept it until now, or have continuously traded up. And those people have kind of become the speakers for the brand.
Got it.
Porsche has done a great job of using their clients as marketing. And that is what creates the cult following. So if you look at their Instagram, half of their media is curated by fans, right?
Sure.
They repost a lot of content,
Yeah.
and it starts to build, enthusiasm amongst a group of
Right.
people. And people go, well, I kind of want to see what the hype's all about,
Right.
And because it's a brand that hits all corners of different marketplaces, EV, SUVs, compact SUVs, slightly upscale, sedans, electric sedans, and then obviously sports cars of all different levels, daily drivers to track monsters. You're hitting so many different segments that you have this large grouping of people who are all vouching for the brand.
Right.
And I think that's what builds
That is really
the
true.
cult following,
That is really true.
is that it's hard to find people who can speak bad about the brand.
Would you call them the ultimate driving experience?
Yes and no. It depends on the car,
That was a good one.
It depends on the car. And it depends on the person. Everybody's definition of the ultimate driving experience is very different. I mean, one person's ultimate driving experience is a track monster, and one person's is, an Autobahn hauler that can go 250 miles an hour,
Very true.
right? So yes and no. I mean, it's subjective.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I will say that, like, I talk a lot of crap on it, but like Porsche's done some things that I respect a lot.
Yeah.
Like when they did that whole like 10-year replacement motor thing when the GT3 problem
Right.
happened. When I saw them do that, like even in my head, I was like, damn, I was like, other brands have had opportunities to do similar things. They would never.
Yeah.
There's brands that would never, no shot that they would do something like that. So the fact that Porsche did that, that was like, and even that happened before we even started this podcast, right? So I remember even seeing that going, that's pretty fucking cool that they did that.
Yeah. Yeah. They've always had, when things kind of go in a different direction than what they would have liked, they're always very quick to make things right. And I think that's also what maintains that cult following.
Right.
You're not pushing people away
Right.
when you make a mistake. So
That had to have kept a lot of cult following during that time.
oh yeah,
That had
sure.
to have.
yeah.
'Cause I'm
Now
picturing how many owners were just like, I'm staying with this brand forever now.
another thing that Porsche has done really well, and why we're really seeing the cult following nowadays, that nobody really nitpicks, is early 2000s when the Cayenne gets introduced and the Boxster gets introduced. Basically, the saving graces of the brand. Complete takes it out of bankruptcy.
Right.
Porsche's back. Lot of hands in the air about the Cayenne. A lot of hands in the air about the Boxster. These aren't real Porsches. Now we see a Cayenne everywhere we go on the street. Right.
Right.
Perfectly normalized vehicle. But what these cars were also meant to do was to appeal to the female crowd.
Right.
And they've done a massively successful job of making the brand a co-ed brand, which other sports cars brands may or may not be gunning towards as much.
Right.
So you have both genders now obsessed with this brand, and you see that on social media. I mean, there's a huge subset of Porsche girls and Porsche guys all across the brand, all across the realm.
Oh, bro, are you kidding me? The literal LAPOS book is a Macan, Cayenne, a Community Goods matcha, a nice aloe flare set Ugg boots, and then hitting Erewhon on Saturday mornings. That is like the LAPOS for any girl type of thing. And it's literally built on the, I need a Porsche.
You
I
forgot
need
the
a Porsche.
morning Pilates, but
That's
you're
my
spot
fault.
on.
That's
there.
come on.
The
Yeah,
Macan is the perfect sort of vehicle because that segment, there's no competition. The compact SUV segment, no one makes a nice car. The other German brands, like the Q3, extremely compromised vehicles to serve like the bottom of their possible market. And they sell them like Q3 is what, $40,000?
I think so.
Where the
yeah.
Macan is like starts at 90, and then you get a Macan GTS, and it's $110,000 or something like that.
Yeah,
for
they
a
float
compact
between
SUV.
there. I mean, the Macans are starting in the 70s, and then the GTSs will get up into the hundreds.
Okay, starting in the 70s, but still, you're almost double like similar
Yeah.
cars from other brands.
And you're definitely kind of going against, like the S line in the Audis. The base Macan is going against the S line in the Audis. You get into the 450s, maybe the 53s of the Mercedes, and they're all great cars. I'm a big fan of the Audis and the Mercedes, but there is a difference in what you're looking for when you go get a Macan. And I know like
massive difference.
people like to poo-poo on the Macan because it's not like a real Porsche. You know? But the fact of the matter is that when you drive that car back to back with the competitors in the segment, there is a difference in the driving. It may not have the most luxury features compared to, it doesn't have massaging seats, right?
Right.
But when you get in a Macan and you drive it, and if you are a driver's focused person, you will find joy in that car. I mean, the handling is immense in it. I mean, you can huck those things around corners like there's no tomorrow. And it's a compact SUV,
Right.
And the power, especially when you get into the S and the GTS, is very comparative to the weight, right? Because there's not so many, things that are dragging it down. I'm always going to push somebody towards a 911 over a Macan, but I definitely have come around on it since I came into the brand.
Mhm.
They've grown on me drastically. Yeah.
Macan specifically.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I was already a Porsche guy, so I've always been a fan of, everything in the segment, but the Macan definitely became something that I had a little bit more appreciation for once I've spent time with them, really got behind the wheel of them. I mean, listen, I'm a car enthusiast, so like I'm never going to lean towards getting a Macan myself.
Right.
Right. But
Mhm.
I see it as a valuable vehicle for people who want to enter into the brand. They want to understand what the brand is about, which is a motorsport centered brand that builds all of their cars in each segment to handle well.
Right.
Yeah,
That's essentially what a Porsche is.
sure.
It's a full scale SUV that can handle well. It's a compact SUV that can handle well. It's a gas sedan or even an electric sedan, right?
Yeah, I think it's all comparative. So I've always been a fan of the Macan, actually, because of like what it can do for the segment that it's in.
Right.
Like for me, it's definitely the most expensive, but it's the clear winner
Yeah.
of that segment. Like my wife has a Volvo XC40.
Yeah.
She likes compact SUVs. She wants an SUV, but we've got no kids and we live in LA, so like she wants a smaller SUV.
Yeah.
And so, if I had $110,000 for a GTS, that's what I would get her. That's
Yeah.
the best car in that segment, and I would love driving it, I'm sure.
I would say you for sure would be like,
Yeah.
I'll take it to the grocery store.
So
this
it's
one
maybe
time.
it's maybe not something I would ever get for myself
Right.
necessarily, but like to fill the purpose that it's intended for.
It's a wonderful starter family car. Like if you don't have kids or you're planning to have kids or you're in the early stages of kids, you don't need like the full size Cayenne experience. It really does fit that bill of like, okay, I want something that's a little sporty. It's got a great transmission. I mean, it's like lightning fast. It's insane for a compact SUV. But yeah, I mean, I can understand why some people don't want to come around on them just because, there is, with that cult following that comes with Porsche, there is the purist notion. And some people just
Right.
do not want to come around on certain things within the brand. And it's always been that way.
How is the Boxster owner viewed in the Porsche community?
I think when you're in the Porsche community and if you're actually a driver's focused person, it's a very appreciated car. Mainly because it's an open top experience, which a lot of people in our region, Florida, in the summer months in the East Coast want.
Right.
And the mid-engine platform really gives phenomenal handling. And like I said, that's the whole purpose of the brand, is offering a great driving, reliable handling sports car. And I think a lot of people who haven't spent significant time in a Boxster or just don't want a convertible haven't really come around to the idea that there are people who appreciate more than just the look of the 911. They appreciate a good driving car, right? And it's a little bit of an easier entry into the brand,
You said something that a lot of people don't realize when it comes to Porsche models specifically is that whole mid-engine dynamic versus like rear-engine dynamic.
Right.
I am low-key a huge fan of the GT4 RS.
So am I.
I feel like a lot of people sleep on that car
100%.
because not a lot of people have had the time to be able to drive one and then drive a 3 RS and really feel the difference
Yeah.
in handling the way it puts it down. Even when you hit a corner, the way the weight distribution is, those cars are low-key slept on. Man.
Yeah. My hot take is I'm a Cayman guy all the way up to the GT4 RS.
Okay.
where I become a Spyder RS guy.
Spyder RS.
Yes.
Talk to us.
Yeah.
Why? Spyder RS low-key a smooth car.
You got to drive one.
How fast can you take that roof off?
It actually has less of a top speed with the roof on than with off. Yeah, I think the limit on how fast you can go with the roof
How fast
on,
can you take it off?
I time myself. I've got it off in 1 minute and 45 seconds. So
That's the fastest?
I could probably do it in under a minute now, but that was back when I was still learning it. Now, the thing is with that roof,
What? It's been 45 seconds. What? That's wild.
It's fun, man.
What's fun about taking a roof off
Hear
for
me out.
2 minutes?
Hear me out.
It's a ritual, you know?
Oh, no.
Hear me out.
The gloves come on to take the roof off.
Hear me out.
Go
Hear me
ahead,
out.
Max.
Do you like Legos?
No.
Okay. Well, then this doesn't appeal to you
Does
at
he
all.
look like a Lego kid to you?
No.
I'm sorry, Max. Go ahead.
When
Go
you were
ahead.
younger,
Go ahead.
man.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No. You're like essentially playing with the configuration of your car
Right.
when you get in and out of it, right? And everybody's like, oh, it takes so long to take it off. Your car has to warm up in the morning for at least 3 minutes.
That's fair.
You got to wait for the
That's fair.
RPMs to drop.
That's fair.
And
That's fair.
on, a GT or RS model car, you're going to want to wait for it to warm up. I mean,
That's fair.
you don't want to drive that thing cold. So by the time it warms up, you've got that roof off or back on. And it does have 2 different configurations. So there is a configuration where it has a rear panel that is a weatherproof. So when you have that on plus the roof, you are fully, like, you can drive in the rain, snow, wherever. But you can take that rear weather panel off and leave the top roof on, and you'll have exposure to the vents behind your head, as well as a clear view out the back. So it's kind of like a half convertible experience.
Right.
You get the audible experience of revving the 9K with the, GT4 RS Spyder RS intake right behind your ear, which, by the way, is visceral. I mean, it's
Oh, I
like
can imagine.
the craziest sound of a modern car.
That's
my
super
opinion.
underrated though. I can roll the rear window down
Yeah,
with leaving the top on my car.
yeah,
And just rolling it down, you get 90% of the sound
exactly.
from having the top off because
Yeah.
it's coming in from straight behind you. Maybe like 80% of the sound.
Right.
80% of the sound from just having that rear window down
Right.
while you're still like protected and you got your AC on when it's hot driving in the car.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You hear your music better and you hear the exhaust better. It's kind of a win-win.
Yeah. And then I think a lot of reason the Spyder RS and the GT4 RS get hate is because everybody's kind of amenities based nowadays.
Right.
What kind of amenities does the car offer? And the car is a driver's car. You got your built-in nav. It does have wired CarPlay, but it's a smaller screen compared to the majority of cars that are being sold today. It's still got buttons. Ooh, scary.
Now people want the buttons back.
I know,
do want buttons back.
and that's why that car is. I truly think that will be a car that appreciates down the line. I mean, they did make a pretty penny of them, but when you compare it to like other models in the lineup, it's not as many as people think. I just don't think that they're a super hot request right now in comparison to the GT3 and the GT3 RS. So I see a lot of appreciation for them down the line. It's one of those cars. I mean, whatever the status quo is, you can kind of expect that the car that wasn't will be.
Oh, heck
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. You can even ask him. We had an episode I was talking about. I was like, should I get that car? And then he was like, well, the roof takes like 2 minutes to take off. And
Yeah,
I was like,
which is not your thing.
instantly
Not his
flaccid.
thing. Not
Not
his
your
thing.
thing.
Instantly flaccid.
Yeah.
Instantly.
Yeah,
No,
I
no
can't
Cullinan
imagine.
owner is buying a Boxster.
No.
already.
It's just,
No.
I'm just thinking about the
He's
inconvenience
beyond
factor.
Yeah.
beyond comfort.
See, I like
That's
that.
it.
I like I enjoy taking the roof off. It's fun, but it's not for everybody. A majority of people don't want to do that.
There's no shot.
And I
There's
get
no
it.
shot. I loved the concept, but as soon as I found out, I was like, this is just, I don't
That's
want
the
it.
great part about cars is there's something for everyone.
Exactly. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
guess
so-
there is.
somebody loves it and somebody hates it. That is what it is, especially with Porsches.
I like the Spyder RS a lot. I like the GT4 RS as well. I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
$200,000 ish price point today for those. Guess you can find them for down to like 180 probably.
Am I crazy
Yeah.
for wanting that?
I haven't looked at the market in a while.
They're a little
but
rarer, but yeah, I mean, you can get a CPO one for 190 to 210 clear all day. Yeah.
Am I crazy for wanting one of those?
No, not at all.
No.
You should get one.
Are they're tighter than the 3RS though, no?
Yeah.
Inside.
Yes.
How much tighter? A lot or like a little smidgen?
No, just a little bit. I
Little
mean,
bit?
they're tight, especially if you get the buckets, but that's the same thing with the GT3 RS, but it really is probably one of the greatest platforms they've offered in a long time. I mean, it's the GT3 motor.
Mhm.
It revs to 9K. You've got the intakes behind you. It's the mid-engine platform. It's a top-off experience. It's really cool to me. I like the body lines of the Spyder RS because it looks like something a little bit more to me than the GT4 RS. Like the GT4 looks like the 4 RS looks like the 4 with a bigger wing and a carbon hood. But the Spyder RS, there's something about the rear deck lid lines.
Yeah.
And the way they kind of
baby
outfitted.
speedster.
Yeah, exactly. The way they outfitted like the roll bars.
Right.
It just looks cool to me.
What's the case to buy a 3 RS versus a 4 RS?
That's an interesting question.
Or vice versa. The case for buying a 4 RS over a 3 RS.
It's just what you want. I mean, the 4 RSs, I know people like to say like, oh, they're coming down, they're tanking. They're not. They're not. They're holding their value well. In fact, I think Rob Report just did a study on the Cayman, like a 10-year study, and they have one of the best value retainments of any vehicle ever.
Cayman model specifically.
Caymans. And you can see that certainly in like the 2016 GT4s or the 2021 GT4s. I mean, you have people who are putting 10,000 miles on those from new, and their car is worth retail what they paid for it.
Freaking insanity.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's insanity.
It's nuts.
It's really stupid.
But would you compare the 4 RS close? I feel like I would compare the 4 RS closer to a GT3 rather than a GT3 RS.
In power, sure, but the concept
And price and
yeah. Oh, definitely in price, but the concept of the 4 RS is the same as the 3 RS. I mean, it's like take the model to the most extreme point in terms of track performance. Yeah. So in terms of like straight line speed, yeah, the 4 RS and the GT3 are going to be quite similar, I think, which I'm sure there's plenty of drag race videos online.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah. But in terms of concept, 3 RS and 4 RS are much more like, lighter weight, Weissach package, I mean, that's offered on the GT3 now, but kind of the same concept.
Do you think these models are getting too expensive?
It depends, man. I mean, you have to kind of look at it in the grand scheme of things. Like first, inflation, right? You have to look at it. See your face.
I'm hearing a Porsche salesman try to tell me why they're not expensive.
Yeah. I mean, this is my job.
I'm excited for you to muster up some BS that I can't wait.
The 2014 GT3 was like $130,000.
Yes, that's correct.
Now that's not even a base.
I prepared myself for this moment.
I knew it. I could feel it. Let's hear it.
In 2018, $175,000 US is equivalent to $230,000 now.
Okay.
So inflation obviously has changed things.
Right.
And Porsche being Porsche, they've always increased prices. Whenever there's demand, they're going to increase prices for the next following year. COVID 992 comes out. Base Carrera started at about 98,000. By 24, it hit 116. Okay, so a steady price increase each year, and obviously these are the golden years. This is when people really started to come around on the brand, and I like to harp on that because go back to like 2016, 2018. You tell a guy that you're buying a GT3 RS over a Huracan Performante, it's like instant decapitation.
Right.
I mean, everybody's like, why would you get a 911? That's an old man's car.
Right.
That was the stigma. And then something happened in 2020 where Porsche just became the it car. And I think it really happened with the 992 3 RS. I mean, that was a pivot from the typical standing of the brand. I mean, that really took, the 3 RS was always a modest race car, right? It wasn't too flashy. It just had the performance value. And then you got all the crazy DRS and functional events of the 992, and that's what really pounded it home. But between inflation and then the tariff situation for at least the US market, that's kind of what's really caused the detriment to the pricing that's bothering a lot of people. And then obviously where there is demand, there's going to be a price increase, right? And
wait, so we pay for the tariffs?
No, Porsche pays for a majority of the tariff actually. Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah. When the tariffs first came out, nobody knew what the pricing structure was going to be like. And obviously there was a thought process of, oh my God, is my car going to be 25% more?
Right.
That was the EU tariff.
Right.
Once Porsche had figured out their strategy, it was just about 3.6% to the consumer.
That's not terrible.
No.
That's not terrible.
No. Now, they've obviously increased the price a little bit since then, but it's nowhere close to 25%.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course, they have to. Porsche made a ton of money last year. So
I believe so.
Oh man, I love Porsche the brand. I'm very happy that we're able to do this. The fact that we're diving deep into the Porsche brand specifically does like warm my heart because I've said a lot of negative stuff about it, but in reality, there's a lot of highlights to the brand and the vehicles too. Like I want more wheel time with the 2 RS because I feel like that car is actually pretty relatively special.
Yeah.
The thing I've heard about it though is as quick as it is and as raw as it feels, there's still a little numbness to that vehicle.
I haven't had enough experience with them. I mean, I've done some seat time and I've really enjoyed it. I think that numbness just comes from the loss of sound, right?
Right.
You know, if you're coming from a 3 RS and going into a 2 RS, you're going to be going, well, where's my naturally aspirated motor, right? Where's that 9K RPM?
Right.
And you lose that with the turbos, obviously.
You get some of the best turbo spooling of any vehicle.
You do
out there.
indeed. Now, I do have a bone to pick with this 2 RS hype lately because I see a ton of people on social media saying, oh, the GT2 RS is so underrated. Since when? It's been the greatest car in the segment since it came out. You know, I mean, it has always received its flowers from the very beginning. I don't think there's been any underrated value in it. I just think that people are pivoting on social media from the 992 3 RS now to the 2 RS.
They have to.
Social media always has to change to a different thing.
Yes, exactly.
Always got.
Well, I mean,
everyone's got it. So what's the next thing?
Let's go all the way back to 2016 Los Angeles, the Huracan and the Aventador. I mean, that was the social media car.
Quite literally.
And then you jump over to the 720S days.
Yes.
And
those were popping.
Those were popping.
I remember those days were special because that's kind of like when I got involved in like consuming content to that degree. So I remember seeing that car going, I was like, how do people have that? Like am I ever going to be able to even have that car? So when I bought mine, I was like a weird moment because I remember seeing Shalizi buy his when those things were brand new.
Yeah.
And that car broke what we even understood for performance metrics.
Right.
So I remember those days specifically, the 720S content days, and how much we've evolved from there. Huracan, Aventador, 720S, 3 RS?
SVJ.
SVJ got in front. Did it get in front of it?
Well,
SVJ was first?
Those kind of ran
after the 720. The SVJ ran supreme from 2019.
That's true. It did before the 3 RS came out. But now the 3 RS and the SVJ still run unilaterally.
Those are the two.
Yeah.
If I had to pick two hot social media cars, only those two.
The SVJ kind of went cold because everyone started switching to the 3 RS.
Yes.
And then everyone that got rid of their SVJs were like,
uh-oh.
There's nothing else like an SVJ.
Yeah.
Like, I can't replace it. And the people on the internet don't care as much. So then there's been a shift, I feel like, in just the last couple months back to the SVJ.
Yeah, I've seen that, definitely. I feel like we're missing a car.
There
was like a car between the Huracan Aventador phase and the 720S phase, but maybe I'm just making that up.
In what, late 20-teens?
Yeah, that would have been like 2018 before the SVJ came out. I mean, the Huracan was...
It was never a Ferrari.
No. I mean,
Which is an interesting point when you really think about it. Which I think the Ferraris might come back in a weird sense. Some of these
Pista had
models,
its
well,
own
it's
little
always been a
tiny
car
pop,
that you can get, right?
Right.
And Ferrari, obviously, as we know, is a harder brand to dive into than McLaren, Lamborghini, Porsche,
right?
The whole 9 yards.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of makes sense. I mean, the Huracan was an easily obtainable car for, influencers and course sellers.
Right. Quite literally. Literally. I'm trying to think if there's anything we're missing.
People tried to do like the Ford GT and the McLaren Senna tried to make an appearance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not enough people could get into them, and then everyone that did get into them didn't have them long enough for it to like catch on.
Yeah.
They went back to the SVJ.
Yeah, now we're in the, 3 RS SVJ phase right now.
Kind of where we're sticking.
There was a little bit of a stint with the 812.
Yeah, 812 saw some really little roses really quickly, and then it just quickly went back to the SVJ.
Yeah.
And I was sitting here, I was like, yo, I was like,
here we go.
I was like, my moment.
Like, my moment.
My moment's here. And it went right back to the thing.
Or a 765 never had a moment.
No.
I mean,
they have moments. The problem is there's not enough people that have those cars that post content pushing the car.
Yeah.
Right.
There's not enough people on
Everyone that had a 765 also had an SVJ, and the 765 was never like the front runner of social media.
It's true.
Because you can only, on social media, you can portray sound and looks.
Yes.
That's it. Like you can't, as much as I can sit here and I can describe to you what I'm feeling, how connected I am, you can't portray it.
Yeah, no one cares.
And the sound thing's always been, I mean, with the Huracans and the R8s, it was the twin turbo.
Right.
Right. The SVJ Aventador has always been the V12.
Right.
The GT3 RS is the 9K, so it's kind of what's going to make the craziest sound, you know?
That's it. Like that's the only metric.
Yeah, people started running those bumper off Huracans
Oh
and
my
R8s
gosh.
for a while.
Yeah, that was a
Look
that was
at
a
me,
wild,
I have a twin turbo kit.
that was a wild phase. Yeah.
That spool was just ridiculous.
Yeah, those are fun.
I would love to see 458 Spyders get some more content loving days. I feel like those cars are just
I'm so on board with that take. Oh my God.
Such a fire car, dude.
Amazing car. That is peak Ferrari. That is peak Ferrari.
I talk about this too much on this podcast. It literally is peak Ferrari.
I wish more people would come around on that car.
That car's
Do you remember the first
fantastic.
time you saw one?
A 458? I do. I literally do.
What color was it?
It was Rodeo Drive. It was a white Spyder.
White was the first one I saw too.
Yellow
was-
calipers, yellow shields.
That was like a game changer in my car love scene. That
Yeah.
was
Right.
like, that's a car.
because it somehow encompasses everything that's perfect from that era.
Yeah.
Body lines that aren't too aggressive, but still somehow really hold presence in a way.
Yeah.
You have sound that is unprecedented, and then the thing I love about it is, and I think he can attest to this the most, is there's a buttery like steering that is
Yes.
almost it's weirdly not replicated. It's not raw,
Yeah.
but it's smooth in a level where it's not numbingly smooth.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah, no, that's
Am I
good.
making sense?
Yeah, you are.
It's not numb enough, but it's not raw enough.
Nobody's going to understand unless they drive the car.
Correct.
Right?
It's a problem.
I just don't think a lot of people, there's a lot of new entrants in the car scene. I think you guys can agree.
Yeah.
And there always is. But more so in the last 5 to 7 years. I mean, a lot of people who like maybe in their younger years were like into cars, but not like full on nerd out, you know,
Right.
posters on the wall and whatnot.
Right.
You want me to describe it?
Yeah, describe it.
Because I have it in my head. You tell me if this is right. I feel like this is spot on. You get feedback from it through the wheel, but it's completely effortless
Yes.
to control.
100%.
Like a lot of cars, you get feedback, but there's like, you've got to use a little bit of force to turn the wheel.
Yeah.
And then like this car, it's like you could turn the wheel with one finger, but you're still getting feedback through the wheel.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the best of both worlds. In a
My
way.
theory is, and I wouldn't know because I haven't owned one, but I feel like you could daily one of those.
You could easily daily one of
Yeah.
those. I drove the hell out of mine. I drove the piss out of mine. That was my first supercar. I didn't know what I had at the time, and I drove the heck out of mine. That car was fire.
Shame on you.
I know. Trust me.
It just
Trust me.
does it feel a little fragile?
It does feel a little fragile. And you know what's funny now?
Sticky buttons.
So the problem is that car now it falls in a weird category because now you feel how outdated it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's really outdated Ferrari. It's bad, right? To a point where like you sit there and you go, man, if this just had 488 level interior, which is not, it's not that
But now
drastic.
it's a driver's car.
Now it's a driver's car, exactly. So
Yeah.
you can easily daily that car. The problem is I don't think enough people just really understand what that car is all about until you drive it.
No.
That's why they're finally starting to really kick up in price now.
Yes.
They've done like a 50% bump in the last 12 months.
Yeah. Well, I
in
mean,
value.
turbo cars were the driving force for a while.
Yeah.
So a naturally aspirated Ferrari wasn't that appealing, I guess, to the general crowd. I mean, that's why the 488 and the F8 were big players
Right.
for a bit, and obviously the twin turbo Huracans and R8s and all that jazz. But I think people will start to come around on the 458s. I mean, it's happening with the F430s, especially with the gated manual swaps.
Are you kidding? Those special editions are going freaking parabolic right now.
16Ms and scuds, yeah.
Bro, I cannot believe some of the prices on
In the
these
past
freaking
year or
cars.
two. I mean, really quick turnaround on those.
Do we think this is going to hold? Do we think, all right, this is one for all of us, right? Do we really think car values like this are going to continue to hold? Is this really feasible?
That is a great question.
Is it? Are we in a bubble? Is this feasible? Are we have a market bubble happening right now in front of our eyes?
It totally depends on, are people going to hold the cars or are they going to dump them at some point, right? It's literally the stock market. If everybody dumps every special edition car and then the people with the money go, well, what do I choose, right?
What I always try to tell people and the way I try to explain it, what's going to happen, I think it's going to be a liquidity event. It's going to be the problem. So right now, like most people who own these cars, you have two crowds, right? Or maybe three crowds, right? You have your social media bro that owns the car strictly for whatever benefit he can get social status wise.
Right.
You have your driver owner car that again, he's buying the car because he wants to drive it and enjoy the ownership of it.
Yeah.
Not too worried about the value, not too worried about what it does for him social or business wise.
Yeah.
He's in it because he likes the car. And then you have the collector, the guy that's strictly in it for the numbers and the financials. Doesn't give a fuck about the car itself.
Right.
The thing is all three of those buyers usually have enough capital to be able to buy the car and usually relatively not feel like they're stressing over the payment or they're over expending themselves.
Yeah.
It just depends on what bracket they're in. The problem is when cars get to a point where somebody goes through financial distress, usually vehicles are one of the first things they'll liquidate. They're not going to liquidate their house. They're not going to liquidate any crazy lines of credit. They'll get rid of the cars, watches, the shit that's a little bit more flashy on the scene. Collectors, maybe not so much, but the first two categories, social and the driver, are going to let their cars go.
Yeah.
The second that the economy gets to a point where, again, I don't know if it's going to happen because right now we're in the middle of a crazy whirlwind with the economy, like right in present day. If we get to a point like a similar 08 crash and all of a sudden people need to liquidate the value in these cars, that's going to be a problem because cars are not liquid. They're more liquid than they've ever been right now, but they're still not liquid. It's not the market. You can't just click sell and all of a sudden it sells. You have to put it on the marketplace, hope you can get another end user. And if everybody's selling at the same time, we're going to get an influx of sellers and it's going to tank the prices really fucking badly.
Yeah.
If it happens.
Yeah.
I'm trying to predict it's going to happen. It may not happen. This shit might just keep going up and my SVJ dreams are just going to keep going farther and farther and farther away from me.
Yeah. I mean, it's wild to see. And I think social media has played a big part in it because you have people being told what to buy, first of all. You know, there's all these pages that are like, don't buy this, buy this.
Right.
Because it will increase value to here.
Right.
And so people are looking at cars as investments now, which has never happened.
Right.
Right?
It's wild.
Never happened. I mean, 08, Carrera GTs, couldn't sell them for $350.
It's so wild, dude.
Sat on showroom floors.
It's so wild.
Yeah.
It's so wild.
They were selling for $350 in 2010.
Yeah. I remember when I was a kid telling people I loved the Ferrari Enzo, and people told me that's the ugliest Ferrari ever. That's a total failure of a Ferrari.
Yeah,
I love the Enzo.
Didn't one just sell for $18 million?
Yeah. The Enzo is ridiculous.
I love
it's
that
insane.
car.
That car is mental.
That car is so sick.
That car is mental.
But people hated them. People couldn't stand them when they came out. They were like, this is the biggest, divert from the F40 and the F50. People were disowning it from, the specialty Ferraris.
Right.
Well,
Now,
people thought the F50 was ugly.
Yeah. But now the Enzos surpass the F40 and F50 in value.
Which is insanity.
Yeah.
The F50 should be the most valuable.
I totally agree.
All right, let's rank them. F40, F50, Enzo.
I'm probably going F50, F40. Oh, I'm going to get hate for this.
I'm going F50, Enzo, then F40 last.
I think I'm going to have to agree with that, and people are going to just tear me apart on the F40
I think the F40 is the most overhyped.
Yeah.
The most overhyped Ferrari special car.
What was your list again?
F50, Enzo, F40.
I don't know about
Yeah, I think
overhyped.
I'm the
I mean,
same
that
on
thing
that.
is, that's like,
It
that
was
started.
It was like everyone's favorite.
Yeah.
But I think it's just because it was the poster car and it's what started everything for everyone.
It's an integral player in the hypercar scene, right?
For sure.
Those are the beginning metrics of the F40, the 959. I mean, kind of the Countach, I mean, those are cars that really defined top of the, spectrum in terms of car ownership and whatnot. So,
Dude, anybody picking an F40 over an F50 is just brain dead. There's
And
just no shot.
that was the trend for years. The F40 was more than the F50 up until the semi recently.
yeah. I mean, I love the F40 like with all of my heart, but I'm just a V12.
Yeah.
A
gated V12?
Yeah. Have to go with the F50. Yeah.
What?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, come on.
Over an older gated twin turbo V8?
I've always thought that car was beautiful also.
Right.
I mean, that
Yeah, I
design
always liked
got
how it looked
so
more, too.
much hate, and I never understood why.
It's because we weren't old enough or we weren't around when it came out.
Right.
So there's this obviously it's just an effect. When new cars come out, it's compared to like what is out at the time.
Right.
Whether like as it ages, the whole idea of it changes.
Oh, we know that at Porsche.
Yeah. Porsche is the best. Like Porsche, there's no one better than Porsche at making a car make the previous generation look more outdated, but then over time somehow like they have this design where it's like beautiful and then it gets uglier and uglier and uglier and then it turns a point where all of a sudden it becomes beautiful again.
Yeah. Because
it's the weirdest thing.
I mean, it's nice to follow the trends and whatever the hottest vehicle is, but then I think nostalgia plays a big part in it. You start to appreciate the older designs. I think as further time goes on, especially with the way the car market is now, where like, I mean,
A 996 GT3, it's a pretty sweet looking car.
Oh my God.
The weird zigzag wing action it's got going on.
Yeah. I was a huge anti-996 guy for close to a decade. Now that I've spent some time driving them, I've definitely appreciated the way they drive. I mean, they are phenomenal. And I'm coming around on the headlights. I am coming around on the headlights.
And if you do the little LED taillight swap on them,
yeah, like the C4S is perfect with the taillight bar. Turbos, amazing, fantastic. GT2 has always looked cool. 996 GT2. Can't go wrong with that. Heavily undervalued car.
What do those go for right now?
I think like low 200s. Yeah.
Okay. You think that's going to pop?
I mean, people are constantly looking for cars to throw money at.
That's
you
fucking
know?
very true right now.
They're looking for the next investor car, and those are pretty few and thin. It's, 450 horsepower, twin turbo, Widowmaker.
Can you rank me your top 3 Porsches of all time?
Oh, wow.
On the spot right now.
That's tough.
It's a hell of a one. It's a hell of a question.
Rank, I don't know if I can rank, but I can give you 3 that I have been very obsessed with lately.
Tell me.
One is the 991.2 Speedster.
991.1 Speedster.
No, .2.
.2 Speedster.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
GT3,
that?
open top, manual transmission.
That's the thing you showed me.
Yeah.
Got it.
I think you guys talked about it.
Yeah.
We got a friend that has one, and he loves it.
It's amazing. Those cars are so sick.
That's one that goes like 500?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to throw Carrera GT in that, and that's just like the easy answer, right?
Right.
Like I love the Carrera GT. Who doesn't, right?
Right.
It's an insane car. So I want to leave that out. Kind of want to go into like the more niche
Right.
models.
Maybe just 911s.
Let me hear some ball
unless
knowledge.
something would be
Okay,
outside of the
911s.
911.
I
hear
mean,
some
ball
ball
knowledge, the easiest answer is a 997.2 or
Right.
.13 RS. I
Right.
mean, that's a no-brainer. Mesger engine, manual transmission on an RS model, and it looks the part.
Gray, black with red accents, please.
Yeah,
give it to me.
That's a sick
That's what this shirt's based off of.
I know.
The
I
gray,
noticed
black
that.
on red. But
Yeah.
I got the red wrong. So I gotta redo the shirt with a brighter red.
That's a good way to do it. My hot take is 964 RS. Yeah.
964 RS.
Yeah, 1992. Yeah. They specifically made a couple of them called the N/GT. It's a fully stripped out version, just roll cage, some bucket seats, and you in the car. They made it in mint green. That's like my deep dive.
I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Yeah, it's pretty
I'm
rad.
gonna look it up real quick.
That's been one that I'm very gung ho on. I mean, severely underrated, but they're followed in the marketplace, but in general, like masses knowledge of it. 993 RS, like any version of the RS, 73 RS, 993 RS, those are all
996 what?
964 RS.
What's really getting me lately is the 997 turbo.
Yeah, those are amazing.
If I could get a 997 turbo in like signal orange,
Phenomenal.
I'd be cooked on that one.
Those are great cars,
Beautiful car.
especially with the manual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is kind of smooth.
Yeah.
The color.
Yeah.
No, I'm not I don't like the design, but the color. The
I like-
mint green color specifically is fire.
I know. I like my modern stuff, but I'm all over the threshold. Like I love the classics.
Well,
as
slant
well.
nose
The slant nose was it's
doesn't do it for you.
It's not done a whole lot for me. I like the classic 911 front a lot more. Yeah.
Have you always been a Porsche fanatic, or this came recently?
Always a car fanatic.
Got it.
Yeah.
You pick Porsche because you signed with Porsche.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fair.
I got drafted.
That's totally understandable.
Yeah.
What was it when you were a child? What were you looking into? Was it just supercars in general, or do you have a love for everything in the game?
My appreciation for classic sports cars, specifically like the German side of things, definitely came later. It was just when we're kids, it's like whatever's hot. I mean,
Yeah.
Murcielago,
Right.
Reventon,
Yeah.
any of the Ferraris, 599 GTO, 458,
Yeah.
F12 Berlinetta.
Yeah.
Love that
Which
car.
are popping in price right now too.
Yeah.
Which are making the A12s pop in price.
Unbelievable.
C7 Corvette.
I mean, the 2010s,
C06s?
That's what the F12 reminds me of.
the 2010s when like you're a kid on the internet and you're on like Flickr
Yeah.
or early YouTube,
Right.
and you're watching like VR Alexander drive his CGT in Beverly Hills doing crazy crap, like that's what
looking
gets
for,
you
like,
going.
iPhone wallpapers,
Right.
iPod Touch wallpapers.
Car, yeah, exactly. Like there was a couple of like really big Instagram pages that were just posting whatever the newest car was essentially.
That was it.
I think when I was a kid it was just like whatever's new and hot, right?
Right.
Mhm. It was the golden era.
SLR,
It really was.
SLS Gullwing, like
It
all
was.
of those 2010, true to design cars. CLK DTM, that's a great car.
That's so fire. Even the Veyrons back then.
Oh
those,
my
like,
God,
when the
yeah, I
Veyron
forgot the
popped.
Veyron. Yeah,
Craziest Veyron story to date was I was doing like a summer football camp at UCLA, and I was leaving like Westwood area, headed towards like West Hollywood area.
yeah.
And me and my old man are in like, I forgot what car we had. Maybe like he had like a Suburban or some shit like that at the time. And we're sitting there, and all of a sudden, like I look to my right, and we're on. I don't know the exact cross street because again I was little, but we're like literally right on the heart. This might have been like we're on Santa Monica in that area, right? Headed east, and all of a sudden I look to the right, and there's a Veyron, right? Triple white, all white, everything, right? And I'm looking at the car mesmerized, right? And I take another look, and it's Floyd Mayweather in the driver's seat.
There we go.
And I literally go, and then like in the moment, I'm realizing that it's him.
Yeah.
After I already realized the car, light turns green, and he takes off. And I sit there and I go, do you know what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
And he's like, who cares? I was like, that is fucking incredible. Seeing that car in that moment when I was a kid, ridiculous.
Those were the golden days, man. When like you didn't see you weren't desensitized to seeing the car.
It meant something.
It meant something.
I freaked out that day. Like
it was
that was
the
a
only
memory.
$1 million car.
That's
on
it.
the market.
That's it. That you could again and seeing it in real life like that.
I was like, who buys $1 million car?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And it's the one. It's
And
the
like
one that
you're taking a
that's that.
picture of it, and some lady on the street asks, "Who's in it?" It's like, no, it's the car.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think
Do you
the-
understand that's $1 million?
Yeah.
Now it's like, that's $8 million from factory.
I think
that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Bro,
like
everything's just skewed.
the
now,
funniest
dude.
is like you tell them you're taking a picture of the car, and they're like, "Oh,
Bro, just social media has just ruined and desensitized
Oh, I know.
so many things, bro.
I think the
So many
craziest I've ever freaked out." This is a pretty funny story. We used to go just like sit on Rodeo Drive to Car Spot,
Mhm.
just me and my buddies, and we pulled up one day. Our mom drops us off. You know, we just walk around for like 4 hours.
Just a kid
And-
in LA.
Yeah, right off the bat, Pagani Huayra. I think it was like the only one in the U.S. at the time,
Oh,
because this was like early Pagani Huayra days.
So what is Alejandro?
It was not. There was a guy.
Salamandrin?
It was a guy before him.
Mm.
Yeah, it was a matte black one. Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. And then
that
like
has to be clean as
Has to be.
Yeah.
it was nuts. And that was down Rodeo Drive. And then 15 minutes later, 50th anniversary of Aventador. I mean, just like peak, you know.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then nothing for 2 hours, and we're just sitting there. We're like, all right,
Just 80
Ti-
Bentleys.
time to pack it up. Let's go home. And one of my buddies is like, no, let's stay. Let's just stay for 45 minutes. And we stay. And right as we're about to leave, he jumps up and sprints across traffic, like almost getting hit through Rodeo Drive. And all of us look at him, and he just screams Veneno.
Nah.
And there is a Lamborghini Veneno pulling onto Rodeo Drive, matte black, green piping on the front splitter, side skirts, rear diffuser, green interior. I mean, those are like 1 of 10. The thought of seeing one driving on the road seemed like if
I've
somebody,
never seen one in
if
person.
somebody
Not
told
at
me,
Car Week
anywhere.
is the only
Right.
chance that you may have.
right? And this was just, by the way, this is like a Wednesday,
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
for real.
and these guys just drive it up Rodeo, drive it back down, and the car disappears forever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think it popped up for sale in like Dubai, like 6 years later.
You think you think it was at the vault?
I don't know.
The more and more I think about like seeing cars in Rodeo and like they disappear, like you said,
It was not at the vault.
it wasn't.
not
Scott's hiding a lot down there.
There
Yeah.
was also
Scott's hiding a lot down there.
Let me
there
show
was
you
this effect. There was this window
Shout
of
out Scott.
time when Monterey Car Week first started kind of getting
Oh
hot.
my God, what a time.
And it was like 2016 to 2020. That's so insane.
Let me see.
Look at that.
2016 to 2020.
There's like 4 pictures there. Check that out.
You would go to Beverly Hills the week before Car Week,
Oh my God.
and it would just be hypercars with Kuwait license plates
Yes.
all over the place.
yeah, 6x6 AMGs. You know,
Yes.
the Veyron Super Sports.
This is timestamped.
P1s.
Yeah.
This photo's timestamped.
Yeah.
What
Actually,
year
you
is
got
it?
ball knowledge. 2015,
2015.
August 22nd, 2015.
I've got a video of it on YouTube.
I remember I was
Max,
visiting.
I fuck with you so much. Dude.
I was visiting LA back in like 2016 and went to Rodeo Drive, and it was the first time I'd seen a Veyron in person. Oh my God! And then I'm walking, and it's like the Bijan one.
Yes.
And then we're walking, and then parked in the valet at like the hotel at the end of Rodeo is another Veyron, and so I'm like, oh my gosh, there's a second one, and then I'm sitting there looking at that one, and then another one comes and turns left down Rodeo, and I'm like, there's 3 Veyrons right here.
Yeah.
At
That
one time.
it was specifically 2016 too. That
Yeah.
was like the craziest year of the pre-Car Week, post-Car Week.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Dude, summer
conglomerate.
16. Come on, that was literally like that was peak life.
Peak life.
Yeah, that was peak life.
Yeah.
Summer 16 in LA was stupid.
RDB was
3
popping
Bugatti-
off on
yeah.
Instagram.
Yep. That's kind of when everything started.
YouTube
Vehicle Virgins was top YouTuber.
YouTubers were popping
Lil
off.
Uzi was dropping heat.
Yeah, come on now. Like
Yeah.
this is Drake was on a fucking
Yes,
vibe.
exactly.
Come
We
on,
weren't
baby.
addicted to short form content.
Right.
Very true. Yeah,
It's true.
we still had brain cells. to a
Long-
certain
That's
degree.
what changed. There was no TikTok.
Yeah.
And there was no video on Instagram.
Long form YouTube content thrived.
That's it.
Yeah.
That is it. Now we got live streaming coming in and taking over. What the heck is even being dominated in the content space now?
I know. What do you guys think about the live streaming thing?
I like it. I kind of do mess with it to a certain degree. Like, I like the fact that, again, like, it's not easy to do. Like, anybody can make a short form content, record
to keep
it,
an audience
edit it.
entertained live
It's
for
difficult as
multiple
hell.
hours
It is difficult as hell.
daily.
Difficult as
Oh
hell.
my god!
I just can't watch it.
I can't watch.
Yeah, I can't watch it either.
And it makes anytime I've watched it, it just makes me confused.
Yeah.
About who's watching it.
There's a lot of downtime in live streams.
Bro, there is.
Right.
You know who's watching it? It's the newer generation that's like iPad kids. They need constant stimulation.
Is it just something like here while
That's it.
they're doing this and
Oh,
it's just
100%.
on?
That's
Yeah.
it. Well, it depends. If it's like a long stream and somebody like you're a big fan of, you'll just have it on. But then some of these big guys will like really time segment it and be like, oh, I'm spending 3 hours at this event, this it. They'll tune in. But it's everybody who needs consistent stimulation. That's who's viewing live stream. They just need it.
It's also people who aren't exposed to this type of stuff. Like
That's fair.
we're pretty, privileged to live in Los Angeles where there's tons of things to do that are equivalent to what the live streamers are doing. So we can just go do that, right?
That's
But,
fair.
For people who live
That's very
in the middle of the country, like
That's fair. Sometimes we went to a show in Tyler the Creator's there, and we had someone was in town visiting, and like it's just another Sunday for us.
Yeah.
We pull up to a show in Supercars. Tyler the Creator's walking around, and we're like, oh look, there's Tyler the Creator, and then the kid that's with us is like, oh my god, he's not from LA. He doesn't see famous people.
people forget how
You're like,
unorthodox
yeah.
things are here.
That
Things
is
are backwards as shit here, and
Yeah.
I love it.
We're like,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
tired.
amazing.
I love
I
it.
wouldn't
I'm
have it any
tired.
other way.
I'm an LA piece of shit, man. I'm telling you.
We're like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
tired. It's time to
Gotta
get
be.
home. And he's
Gotta
like,
be.
we're going home. we're not doing anything else.
Yeah.
He's like, bro, I saw a LaFerrari. I saw Tyler's F40. Are you kidding me? And I talked to Tyler himself. I was like, bro, what do you mean? I was like, I want to go home, bro. I'm tired. I was like, fuck all this shit. I'll see you this next weekend. I was like, what?
I'll take non-car people on like a tour of the city
Uh-huh.
and just like point out the cars to them, take them to Malibu or Beverly Hills, and they could be not remotely into cars, and by the end of the day, they'll be talking about what we saw. Like, that was insane.
Malibu on a nice Saturday morning
Immaculate.
is a great place to be.
It is immaculate. I haven't done a drive like that in a minute because I just think about how long it takes to get there and it turns me off. But when I get there, I'm like, I'm glad I did this.
Just
Yeah,
cruising
yeah.
down the PCH in Malibu, and there's just anything from a classic Porsche to a 675 LT to
Yeah.
a Senna to a Rimac. I saw a Rimac Navara
Really?
driving down the road one time.
I don't think I've seen one of those
On
on the road
PCH.
outside of Car Week.
I don't think I have either.
Yeah.
Outside of Car Week.
It's the only one I've seen.
They're cool.
Only one I've
Pretty
seen. It
smooth
was on
cars.
PCH in Malibu.
Yeah.
Pretty smooth cars. What is your favorite modern car non-Porsche right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Non-Porsche.
Yeah. Trying to think of what's been like super hot lately.
And there is a right answer to this question.
I know there is. I know there is. I know.
There's a wrong answer too.
There is a lot of wrong answers.
There's a lot of wrong answers.
You want me to give you my two?
The
I-
new
let me-
Honda Prelude, pretty slick.
We're going any price range. I thought we were going with top.
We're
of
going
it.
super.
It's
Yeah.
200
super.
horsepower and it's $42,000.
I know
not bad.
it's like a couple years old, but I do love the Ferrari Daytona SP3.
Oh,
No, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Are you on the same camp that should have been the true replacement car?
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm on the same stance as
Yeah,
that.
I mean that car is insane.
I think
Granted-
the problem.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead. Mine's unimportant. It's unimportant.
Oh,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think the problem is for those Ferrari Halo cars, it's always about pushing technology,
Right.
and that car didn't really do that. It took a step back in a way because
Right.
it's not hybrid, right? It's
Yeah.
just naturally aspirated
It's just a
V12.
V12.
Which is why it Loki should have been.
Right. So
Yeah, I mean it aligns
Tech-
with the F50 and the Enzo.
technologically, it was a step back to just be a more pure
It
car,
was, yes.
rather than being like that push the technology Halo car.
Yeah.
So for all of us that enjoy just cars,
Yeah.
it feels like the natural replacement. But
Yeah.
from their standpoint of being like, no, this car always has to be the forefront of technology and breakthrough, it didn't really serve that purpose.
Yeah, I mean the F80 is essentially just taking on that Holy Trinity battle again.
That's
you know?
it.
Yeah.
Which I will say, and I think this is going to happen more and more with Ferrari models, specifically the 849 Testarossa. But
Yeah.
the Ferrari models that we're seeing debuted that are getting horrible reviews by the public in terms of what the car looks like.
Yeah.
I had a feeling when I started to see it in real life, see it in person, I would warm up to it. The F80, I didn't even see it in real life. I just saw a video of the car actually driving, like
Yeah.
in Van Nuys. it's pretty hot.
It's hot.
I'm not gonna lie to you, it's hot. Like as much as I was like, oh come on, and when you see it, it's low key pretty hot. It's growing on me a lot.
It's rad.
It's low key really pretty.
I have my car for you.
Hit me.
It's the Gordon Murray T50.
Really?
Without a doubt.
I mean, that is pretty fucking
Show
special.
and display only here in the States.
Modern F1, 3 seats,
It's pretty fire.
doesn't get better than that.
I guess that's pretty fair.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
It's hard to beat that. I mean, it's got an extremely high rev,
Yeah.
It's a V12. It's lightweight. The turbine I could do without, but I don't mind it.
It's almost like they're building a car that people actually want in today's day and age.
Yeah, which is rare.
Right?
Very
Kind of
rare.
crazy to think about what we're even talking about right now.
Yeah.
I think the 849 Testarossa is also going to be a lot more smooth of a car than people really think it's going to be.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I mean,
That car's going to be,
We're now shifting fully to that, huh?
in terms of, like I'm on board with the car
Yeah,
now.
now you're on board?
I think I'm more and more on board as the car comes out. All I need to do is get behind the wheel. If it does something behind the wheel for me, I think I'm on board with
Have
the
you
car.
driven an SF90?
I have driven an SF90.
You've basically driven it.
they're all great cars. Like the new modern Ferraris in terms of performance are fantastic.
Performance.
They're just,
That's it.
I don't think they're what parts of their brand loyalty program want.
Heck no. The SF90 is very non-responsive when you drive it. It doesn't give amazing feedback.
Really?
In my opinion. Yeah, it doesn't. It's very it can very much be stiff and it can give feedback, but most of the time it's not that. It's just the raw speed you feel.
Yeah.
Which again, fantastic.
Yeah.
But that's not what Ferrari's really known for.
Right.
You don't get a lot of that feedback in comparison to some of their other models.
Hmm.
McLaren is more that car where you feel that speed, but you still get crazy ass feedback.
Yes.
Ferrari, the SF9 doesn't do it.
Yeah. The McLarens have kind of bodied that for sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Before we run out of time, can I ask rip a couple questions
Let's
so we
go.
get all the Porsche stuff
Yeah,
answered? Because
yeah.
we had some other questions we wanted to ask.
Yeah,
and
let's do it.
obviously conversation flows and then you look up and then time just goes by.
Yeah, let's do it.
I don't want to miss out on some
Yeah,
of the stuff
the
we're talking about.
important
Yes.
why you brought me here.
How does someone get sticker price on a special Porsche?
Okay. I mean, every dealership does things differently, right? And so you've got VIPs. There was a VIP program that is no longer around. That is expired.
What was the VIP program?
Porsche could not sell the 918 Spyder when it first came out. $1 million. The whole Holy Trinity hypercar thing really wasn't picking up the way that I think all three brands wanted, especially Porsche. And so first they tried to incentivize people with a Turbo S 918 edition. And that didn't fully pull in enough sales to sell out the whole 918 units. So they created this program called the 918 Owners VIP Club. It basically guaranteed you an allocation for every special edition model for the next 10 years. So 991.1 GT3 RS, 911R, GT2 RS, 991.2 GT3, GT3 Touring, GT4, GT3 RS, any 992, Sport Classic, ST, the whole 9 yards.
Right.
And you got those at MSRP. Yeah.
Wow.
So that one paid off.
If you bought a 918 Spyder and held it until now and bought every one of those cars and held them or sold them or did whatever, you're probably up on
Probably
It would be almost impossible to not have made money.
Yeah. You would have
Yeah.
really had to paper hands the bag there.
Yeah, you would have
Quite
had to have a bad Carfax on every one of those.
That's the only possible way.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's kind of the only way in the market right now. I know some dealerships, I mean, I can't really speak on how everybody does it, but there are dealerships who will do MSRP, on any car, but sometimes they'll have stipulations, like you've got to get a PPF or servicing packages. I mean, I don't know. I'm speaking, speculatively.
yeah,
I really don't know how most people do it.
Because every dealership's different.
Every dealership is different. I mean, there are definitely dealerships where they will sell you the car at MSRP and that's it, but they're sold out.
Yeah.
Maybe they're a smaller dealership. They don't get as many allocations. Porsche's a turn and earn model. So the more cars you sell and the faster you sell them in succession, the more you are given back.
Dealership wise.
Yes.
Corporate structure.
Yes.
Got it.
So that's how allocations are given to the dealerships.
Mm-hmm.
So they're incentivized to let these things go then.
Not necessarily, because as the dealership, you're still a business.
Right.
Right. So incentivized maybe. I mean, that turn and earn threshold is, I don't know the timing variable on it.
Right.
But essentially you get what you sell and you're given a certain amount of allocations for each year. And the goal obviously is to increase that allocation basis every
Right.
year.
And make the most amount of money.
and
as a
and
dealership.
become a profitable company.
Right.
You know, I think people forget that businesses are
For
or dealerships are businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody loves to hate on the dealerships. It's an easy punching bag.
It is an easy one.
Right,
You
of
guys-
course.
some of
And
you guys
listen,
give it just-
I'll take it on the chin. I get it. You know, the car industry is it's a tough industry, and there's a lot of bad stories out there. You know,
There's a lot of bad stories. There's someone that always comments on our posts, not to give them too much light, but they're always like, "Oh, these guys have so many stories. They all have to be made up."
yeah.
Like, dude, there's triple the stories that we tell.
There are
Most of them we're not
Shit,
allowed.
we
We're
can't
not
say
allowed
it.
to
We
tell.
can't say it. Trust me, if I could say it, I would say it. You guys
Stuff
know that. I would
happens.
say it.
Stuff happens in the
Some-
car world every day, multiple times a day. Stuff you wouldn't believe. Stuff
Things
people are
you
getting sued for.
Cannot make up.
Yes,
Every
bro,
dealership
yes.
has multiple open lawsuits against them. Any
It's
major dealer
so-
has multiple open lawsuits against them at any time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so crazy.
Some of
what
these
we live in.
stories are just so outlandish that like I will tell my family and friends, and they will genuinely think I'm making it up.
And that's the guy on Instagram.
Yeah.
He thinks we're making it all up.
Yeah.
Dude, we don't have to make anything up. We've got plenty of stories, plenty of content.
And I'm
here.
sure people have had bad experiences all across the board with every brand, and there's truth in majority of the cases. But there also
Absolutely.
are cases where stories get exaggerated.
Crazy. And
Right.
from a buying perspective,
For
and
sure.
what we've come to know and have a great experience with, even when you're a dealer and
Yeah.
you're working with dealers,
Yep.
there's a whole level of stories and experiences that go there.
Yeah.
Good dealerships, terrible dealerships, don't stick to your word, do stick to your word. There's a million sides of stories from business to business
Right.
in the dealer business as well.
Let's harp on this topic for 2 seconds.
Hit me.
There are 2 stories that are so prevalent in the car community that have very little basis to them, and they're based on very minute situations. Ferrari not being able to modify your car.
Right?
Yes,
Right.
That's a joke.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
They stopped Dead Mouse one time,
Right. It was Dead Mouse and Philip Plein
That's it.
for using the logo.
That's it.
and now Dead Mouse buys Lamborghinis, and Philip Plein
I mean-
buys Porsches.
Mansory would be out of business 6 years ago. I mean, there's so many body kitted SF90s and
Right.
and tuned, 488s and
Right.
F8 Turbitos. It's like, what are people talking about?
Right.
I don't get it. It's like a pet peeve of mine.
Right. Right.
And then the second one is the Porsche business model that you have to buy other cars to get GT allocations or special edition allocations.
You're saying that that's false? You're saying that that's true?
That's a dealer thing. We don't do that.
What is, expand on that, Maxwell.
You want to come and buy a GT3? Come and buy a GT3. You don't have to buy a Panamera for yourself or a Cayenne for your wife or a Macan for your daughter or son.
So you're telling me I can walk in to Porsche South Bay and I can buy a G3 right now?
Yeah. As long as we have an allocation and there aren't people ahead of you on a wait list,
We can do
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Not bad. So Porsche South Bay's for the people, huh?
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
You
Yeah.
might have to pay market price.
you might have to pay market price. Yes. I
It
mean,
was like a lobster on the menu.
that's
market
the other
price.
thing. That's
Market price.
You mean MSRP?
manufacturer suggested retail price. Is that what you're alluding to?
Well, you said the word market price, not MSRP. There's a difference in those two things?
Yes.
What's the difference in those two things?
Yes. Well, market price is what the cars are selling for and what people are willing to pay for them.
Ah.
MSRP is
There's a
what the
discrepancy.
manufacturer suggests a dealer should sell the car for. And that suggestion can swing either way, right? It
But I
can
thought
go
suggestions
above.
were mandatory.
It can go above.
Continue.
I'm getting backed into a corner here.
Continue,
I'm getting
continue,
backed into a
continue.
corner.
Yeah, when the market won't pay MSRP, no one asks any questions when they start getting discounts.
Right.
It's very true.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's very true.
And there are majority of cars in the marketplace that suggested falls under the discount, right?
Right.
I mean, most people are walking in and asking for it. But there are very few vehicles that, because there is so much demand, they command above MSRP. The G-Wagon, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know if these have I mean, people mark up everything, right? I mean,
Right.
the Corvettes, right?
Yeah.
But also in the secondary market, I mean, you look at Toyota 4Runners and Land Cruisers, those things hold MSRP or even above.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of wild.
And those aren't special edition cars.
Lexus GXs are like $100,000 right now.
Right, exactly. I think they mark those up. Yeah.
Wild. Heck
Yeah.
of a car, low key.
So
Heck of a
Yeah,
nice
they
car.
marked them up, and if
Yeah.
you want like one slightly used, it's probably selling for over MSRP still.
yeah. So listen, the market is defined by what a buyer is willing to pay and the seller is willing to sell at. And that agreement is only something that a buyer and a seller can come to. And that once that transaction happens, That's the market.
Right.
Once money has crossed hands, that is now a point in the market and has set the market there. So that's why the market is heavily dictated by auction results, right?
Right.
That is a point where we have publicly seen a car trade hands for a certain amount of money, and then people believe that that is what the value of the vehicle is.
That's
it was that day.
Yeah.
part of the problem with the supercar market right now. What you said specifically is it's so auction front led that before you see the translation to an actual retail sale, there's dealerships that'll have a car in inventory. Somebody, as auction sale goes up, it increases whatever it does very, very minimally. Another dealership will purchase that car, list it higher. So now it shows as another sale, but it's just dealer to dealer.
Right.
They're front running prices, and that's part of why this market keeps coming up. And I feel like every time I check prices, something's more expensive, and I'm like, this was just at this price.
Yeah.
It's being front ran too much,
Right.
because there's so much demand across the board.
Yeah.
The second that demand falls off to whatever degree, it may never will. It very possible that it never will fall off.
Yeah.
But until it does, everything's being front ran, and that's part of the reason why everything's going out of control.
Right.
It's like almost like kind of like how the stock market trades off speculation to a certain degree.
Right.
We're seeing it translate very weirdly into the car market with just auction results alone.
Yeah.
That's it.
And when cars are really limited and not many of them are available, it's very easy to set the auction price to what you want it to be.
I suppose.
Not pointing a single finger.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah. Exactly.
We're just talking and talk. That's
Full
it.
speculation.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
That is it.
So, I mean, that whole subject obviously gets a lot of, garnering attention on social media, and people love to. It's easy to beat up on the big guy, right?
Easily.
Porsche, historically, it was beat up on Ferrari, I think.
Yeah.
And now it's beat up on Porsche, right?
Yeah.
It's easy.
Are you insinuating you guys are the big guy?
I'm insinuating we're one of the big guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
mean,
was
I think
like, slow
for
your
this-
roll here. You guys not
I think
the
for the
big guy.
special cars, they should just price them even more, because the people are flipping them for almost double in most cases.
Yeah, I don't think I think the flipping thing has been kind of eliminated as of recently. Obviously, back in, I think, 2019 was when flipping was like a big thing. There was a bunch of articles about, like, people really hating on the flippers.
Right.
Because
Because it was a weird blend where it was really difficult to be one of the guys that had a car allocation like that,
Right.
and it was still fresh in the marketplace where you could still even see that kind of like
Mhm.
gap in
Exactly.
price tremendously.
And by the way, that's a big contributor to why dealerships will charge over
For sure.
manufacturer suggested
Yeah,
retail
100%.
price.
There's money on the table that they're missing out on.
Yeah, I mean, that aside, you want the car going to somebody who's going to use it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And especially with Porsche, I mean, we are a driver's focused brand. So we love dealing with people who are going to use the car for what it's intended and are passionate about the brand, and unfortunately you deal with the situation where it is such a limited car, I mean, it's hard to get one, especially within your region. We don't sell out of state. We prioritize on GT cars.
Right.
On lower models, we will do all around the country, but our GT cars, we like to try and prioritize local customers because it's such a limited model. We don't want to just, give it out to anybody who's willing to pay for it. Essentially, it's help the local clientele out, get the cars that they want, and mainly because we've got a lot of enthusiasts in Los Angeles. We've got a big car community here.
Right.
Yeah.
We do have a massive.
I've heard that's common with other Porsche dealers as well.
Yeah.
The local market have to be in state.
Yeah.
Sort of requirements for the GT cars.
And people get mad about it, and I understand. I get it. I mean,
Open a business, baby.
the bigger dealerships are here in California.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to the Midwest, the South, parts of the East Coast. It's harder to get special edition cars in those areas.
For Porsche, yeah, Porsche brand specific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got to reach out around the country and find somebody who's willing to sell you one.
Yeah.
But there's more than enough demand in our market, and also it's kind of just fair to the consumer,
Right.
Sell out of state and ask for a boatload more money, or help somebody out locally to you who's going to support your dealership, continue to purchase with you down the future. I mean, obviously, the servicing thing is a touchy subject, but
Right.
anybody we can have who's going to support our servicing or parts department, that's huge for us.
Mm-hmm.
But going back to your thing, anybody can come in and buy a car as long as we have it and there's nobody ahead of them, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Should I buy? What do you guys think? Should I buy a Porsche from my boy Pushing Peas over here, or what?
100%.
You know what you should do? You should put an order in on a GT3 Sport Cab.
You should put an order in on the new 911 coming out next week. Yes.
Well, so I think this is probably going to come out.
It's coming out on the 14th.
This episode should come out the morning that this episode is going to be the 14th.
Okay, nice. So
as you're hearing about it now, here in a couple hours, if you're listening to this when it comes out, the morning, Tuesday morning, in a couple hours, the official whole reveal of the 911 GT3 Sport Cab
pretty much
should be dropping.
I don't know. So we don't find out until the
Do we
public
just
finds
front
out.
ran news? Is that what just happened right now?
Oh, I covered this on This Week in Cars last
Yeah,
week.
yeah.
Oh, my bad. I missed this.
Yeah.
I thought we were front
So-
running news. I was getting excited for a second.
But
Are
they
we
did-
getting alpha right now? We're giving
Yeah.
an alpha right
I
now?
still don't know what it is. Like, I find out on the 14th when the public finds out. And that's
Sure.
how every Porsche is. But, speculative, if you look at the pictures and whatnot, I mean, you can kind of make out some features that look like a GT3.
Mhm.
Hood vents, actual door handles.
The ST side vents.
Yeah, a line on the roof. Kind of looks like a cabriolet, but it's all speculation.
Yeah.
That should be a pretty interesting car for our market. I think that's going to do really well in California.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'd buy one.
I think.
Can I come in and buy one?
Yeah.
Actually?
Sure.
Do I have to wait till next Tuesday?
Yeah.
A GT3 Cabriolet.
It's a soft top. Just gives me so soft dick. That's the only problem.
Just keep it down.
Yeah, you only
That's it.
drive it. You only take it out when you're putting the top down.
That's it. I'm only exactly.
The
There's
top's
never-
only on when it's
there's
sitting in your garage or at valet.
That's it.
That's it.
Can you imagine doing a 9K pole and an open top?
We were talking about this the other day. That's why we started talking about the Speedster, because I would literally say, I was like, I would buy a GT3 if they made a convertible version.
Yeah.
Hard top, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, they kind of do, but not kind of not. And I was like, if they just didn't do a fucking cab and they just did a fucking, not a Targa,
Yeah.
because I think that looks not the best.
Okay.
I'm being respectful.
That's
I'm
a
being nice.
hot take right
I
there.
know it is. I'm being nice. I'm
Whoa.
being nice. I think the Targas are some of the ugliest looking cars.
Listen, everybody's got
Respectfully.
their opinions. I respect it.
Respectfully.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's me being
You're
very
wrong, but I
nice about
respect it.
everything.
Yeah.
Okay. That GT3 cab concept is going to hit. It's going to be fucking fantastic.
If that's what it is, I agree.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
It is going to happen. I
That's
also
what
think,
it is. I'm
Yeah.
telling
Yeah,
you.
I was to
That's
say,
what
yeah,
it
it is 100% what it is.
I know.
It is 100%
It's going to
what
look
it is.
exactly like the test mule. It's going to have the ST sides. It's going to have
Yeah.
the GT3
I hope so. Those
Everything
test
else.
mules look super cool.
Cabriolet top.
They're starting to do a lot more cars in convertible. Even Mercedes is they're coming out with a G-Wagon convertible.
Are they really?
Yeah, that's coming from Mercedes.
Whoa.
That's coming. That's going to be, talk about a California market car.
Whoa.
That's a California market car there.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, every manufacturer.
That's the Brentwood special right there.
Oh, I cannot wait.
They sold
Yeah.
50,000 G-Wagons last year.
so fucking ridiculous, bro.
50,000 for a car that starts at 155 for the 550 and on 200,000 for the G63.
And
They
they're marked
sold
up.
50,000
Is that for the U.S. market or
cars
for?
worldwide? I think.
Wow.
And they're marked up.
Yeah.
and
And most of the
And they're
sales are
marked
marked
up.
up. Think
And they're
about
marked
that.
up.
So they sold that many marked up.
50,000
Yeah.
G-Wagons.
Think about it.
That's
That
insane.
number. When I found that out, that
Yeah.
number blew me away.
Yeah.
Well, bro, think about how many Armenians there are. There's a still influx of numbers there. So there's still more demand to be had. Way
Yeah,
more.
they're all over South Lake, Texas. They're all over Highland Park, Texas. They're all over Doral. They're all over.
They're
Just
the
think of the pockets,
The
Everywhere, man.
Persians.
the
out there.
pockets
Everywhere.
The
full
Dallas
of
Persian.
G-Wagons.
Yeah.
Miami sugar babies is everyone.
The
in
South
between.
Lake white
Wow, they
women.
built a
What do you mean?
lot
Sure.
of those.
Telling you.
Yeah.
There's a huge that market is just disgusting. Imagine when the convertible drops.
Yeah.
It's going to be another huge market.
Yeah.
They're just going to keep smashing and smashing and smashing.
I'm gonna be a Porsche speaker here.
Hit me.
I don't get paying the price for a G63 when you can get a Cayenne Turbo GT. Now, if you're like a mom or you're not in the cars, I understand it because it's a great car. The G63s, they're fantastic. Super structural. I love that you can off-road them. The interior amenities are very nice. But the Cayenne Turbo GT is the greatest SUV ever built.
You're smoking dick.
Come on, dude.
You're smoking dick.
Come on.
You're smoking.
Have you drove one?
G63
Have you drove one?
easily way better. Yours perf easily way better.
No.
I can probably fit another one in here.
Yours
Raptor-
for flexing on Rodeo Drive.
Raptor R
maybe.
is not even an SUV. I pick a Raptor R over that car as well.
Whoa.
I'm telling you, there's a lot of cars. The
Come down to
Cayenne
the
GT,
come down to the dealership and drive a Turbo GT.
deal,
Okay.
deal.
Yeah.
Next weekend,
Okay.
deal. when I come in to spec my fucking
Next
cab
weekend.
horse shit, whatever.
Perfect.
I'll come
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll make it a whole
please.
thing. We'll make it content.
Please.
We'll do the whole 9.
Yeah.
When I come spec my little bullshit ass fucking
Maybe I'll make
PTS
you
bullshit car,
Maybe I'll make you drive a vintage 911 while we're at it.
I'm all for it. We'll make content. We'll do a whole thing.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Can we collab post?
Yeah, we can collab us.
All right, Brett. Let's run it
100%. I'm super
Pushing
down.
Porsches, baby.
up. I
Yeah.
can't wait to push some peas. I
Yeah.
can't
Little
wait.
guest questions.
Yeah, let's run it up.
Yeah,
Ready for the guest questions?
sure.
These are the ones everyone gets,
Okay.
no matter who you are.
Okay.
First question: what's the most overrated car today?
Oh, this one's easy.
Easy. Let's hear it.
This one's so easy. Do you really want me to say it?
You have to. You have
Oh.
to.
The Aventador SVJ.
Why is it overrated?
For the money, there's so much heat. So much heat out there that I think delivers a slightly more raw experience. Don't get me wrong, the SVJ is crazy. I like the body lines of the Aventador SV better.
I
It's a
agree.
little bit more classy, not as coarse celery.
Right. Rare. More rarity.
You can get a very similar sound out of a 430 Scud, which are kind of the same value now.
Kind of, yeah.
yeah.
Scud's got up there disgustingly.
That might be a-
F12
that might be a hot
Berlinetta.
take.
Yeah.
Highly underrated car in the market.
Which one?
marketplace. F12 Berlinetta.
Oh, super. That thing's popping right now, too.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah.
car's popping right now, too. Those used to be, what, low 2s? Now they're almost 3s now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just tired of people commenting, in comment sections like Aventador SVJ, Koenigsegg Agera RS, 992 GT3 RS. I'm like, that's such face value ball knowledge.
Yeah, that's it.
Face value ball knowledge.
It's what you see
Yeah.
on the box.
Yeah.
That's it. You go on an app, that's
They're
what
all
you're
great
gonna see.
cars. It's just like, you can tell that somebody's not really an enthusiast
Correct.
when they're commenting that. Not if they own them. You're an enthusiast if you own those cars 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, I mean, those three are raw cars.
Yeah.
Ridiculous cars. But when some kid's commenting those, I'm just like, all right.
Yeah.
That's usually
if
the
you're
issue.
commenting a Koenigsegg that's not the CCX 850, then
Oh my God.
you've got no ball knowledge.
That is actually, to answer your question, what's one of my favorite cars in the new marketplace?
the
that
car's
is-
perfect.
That car's
That
That
amazing.
car's literal
That
That
car's
car's
perfection.
amazing.
CC.
See the orange one that just got
Yes.
delivered?
Stupid.
Yes.
There's a clip that Vehicle Versions has where we're all in Monterey Car Week and he's driving one and we're passing him and we don't know it's him and we literally are all going like, what is that? And he literally like sees the clip and it's like the most funny thing. That car is
amazing.
gorgeous.
The
Yeah.
car's so, and
They
it's not
kill
doing
it.
too much.
No.
That's why it's perfect.
I
That's
don't know
why
why
it's so good.
It's so beautiful. with-
Simple designs.
That's it.
That's the future.
it's like what makes the 458 so beautiful. It does that.
Because
It
other
does- it
people are
does it
trying
so
too
perfect.
hard.
You know what they did that nobody's doing? They went back to their roots. They went to their original design, modernized it, put it out, and it's amazing.
And
That's
put a
it.
gearbox that can do auto or manual.
Right. Which is,
Which Porsche is now
Insane.
working on doing as well.
I did hear that. Yeah. I have no information. I'm just a car salesman.
What's the most underrated car today?
Do I want to say it? We just had this conversation.
Let's
Say
hear
it.
it. Let's
Do
hear
I
it.
want to say it?
Let's hear it.
Oh God, it's definitely the 675 LT.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
What makes you say that specifically?
It's an LT, right? So
Mhm.
it's as raw, and if people like the 765 LT, I can't imagine them hating the 675 LT. And
Fair.
you've got a McLaren yourself, from that same time period.
Yes, the 650 is unbelievable.
Exactly. So the LT just takes that concept one step further, and it is definitely track focused. It's a very wide car, big tires.
Right.
It's not as versatile in like a very tight canyon road, like up in Malibu, but out on a track, I can imagine that you would just tear everything to shreds in that car. And they're limited. They are numbered. 500 coupes, 500 Spyders, and I just think they're severely undervalued in the marketplace.
They look sick
Yeah,
too.
front
They
end
look
design is-
insane. That rear wing when it comes up, oh my God.
Even I think the weakest point of like the 650 is kind of the rear end and the little grates across the back and all that stuff.
Oh, I
but the
kinda
back
love
of the
that.
675 is like, it takes everything that's kind of wrong with the 650 and perfects it,
Yeah,
including
they did a
the
good job with it.
tailpipes.
You look like you're about to
I
ask
know.
something maniacal.
No. I'm very much enjoying this. Very much enjoying. I think that's a great answer to that question.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool one, I think. Also, Lotus Emira, all day long.
Really?
Get
It's
out.
that good.
Tell me this.
No.
How many cars are there for sale that are new, not used, that are drivers focused and have a manual transmission for under $100,000? I can name all them for you if you want. For under $100,000.
Do the Supras have manual gearboxes? They offer?
I don't know.
Yes.
They do offer,
They do.
right?
Okay.
Okay, that's one.
Okay. What else?
Your
M2.
stupid ass Amira bullshit.
M2, Amira.
M2.
GR86.
Yep.
GR86.
Civic Type R.
I forgot
Yep.
that car fucking exists. Forgot the Civic Type R exists, low key.
I think the M3 manual comes in under 100,000.
It does. And then there's one more, which is kind of breaking the threshold. I think it's actually like 110,
Cayman?
120. They don't make the Cayman anymore.
Give me a hint. What's the last one? Hint.
It's American.
The GT500.
No, they didn't make a
No,
manual
no,
for
no.
those. It's a four-door.
It's American.
Oh, the CTSV
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
CT5V.
I think that might
yeah,
be.
Black
I
wings.
think
It
that
does
might be a little
cross.
over.
It
Yeah.
does cross. It
CT5V
does
Black
cross.
So the
Yeah,
moral of the
cross.
story here is that there are such a small subset of drivers-focused cars, and two of those are the Honda and the GR86, which are JDM, four-door cars. So I'm kind of trying to put those aside and say
Yeah.
two-seat sports cars that are drivers-focused. And you've got the M2, which has an IMAX screen in front of you that you
Right.
can watch like the latest and greatest movies on.
Right.
And then that pretty much leaves you with the Amira. Reliable engine. It's got a modern cockpit now, digital gauge cluster.
Supra, bro.
Still has that manual transmission. You can supercharge it. And
I
it kind
guess.
of looks
It's already
like,
supercharged.
kind of looks like a McLaren Artura or a baby Ferrari.
You're reaching with this one, but that's fine. I'll give it to you.
Come on.
Don't look at me like
Come around on
that. Don't look at me like that. I
They
can,
are-
I
I
can
think they're
see
cool.
the point.
You got to lower it.
I got to drive it though.
Have to
I'm
lower
speaking
it.
out of turn because I haven't drove one yet, but I have been down the rabbit hole on those. I mean, Chris Harris hyped that car up.
Yeah.
Hyped it up.
He's a big Lotus guy.
I remember the release of that car.
Yeah.
That was quite the day.
Yeah.
Beautiful
great car.
Something like it,
I want
rolling
to
out.
drive one if anybody wants to let me drive one. Yeah, that's kind
One of our
of.
boys has one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know if he'll let you drive it. He's those everybody who owns that car is weirdly obsessed with that car.
Because it's
Like
good.
it's their
'Cause
per-
it's
no, no, no,
probably
no.
good.
It's their personality. Like they,
Gotcha.
you know what I mean? Like
Like
I
Porsches.
know what you mean.
Yeah.
Like yes, the car is fantastic and it has a reason to, but like they go over the top with it.
Right.
It's a weird cult following.
Yeah.
Any car that does what no other car does gets a very cult following.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
right now, that car does, like you just described, what no other car does.
It's not a very utilitarian vehicle either. Like you really have to be like full in on having no trunk space, no head space, no space behind the seat. It's a 2-seat vehicle. If you get the AMG motor, obviously you get the automatic. But if you're going with the manual, you're driving a manual sports car.
the Toyota. Yeah, but I mean, like if you're getting that car, that's what you're getting it for.
Yeah, exactly.
I would think.
100%.
So
that's my undervalued.
That's fair. It's a
Yeah.
good choice.
last question is: build a 3-car garage. You get a car over $1 million, so no budget. A car under $1 million, and then a truck or SUV, which sounds like we know what that answer is going to be.
Oh, man.
3 cars for everything.
Oh, wow.
I do a 997 GT3.
You really have to hit so many different points in
The
this.
Carrera Turbo GT.
It's hard.
You have
Or
to
Cayenne
hit
Turbo
something that's going to be
Yeah.
comfortable every day. You have to hit something that's going to be like an enthusiast vehicle, and then you got to just get something absurd. At the top, I am on a huge Reventon kick right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Respect that.
I mean, that fighter jet cockpit, nuts,
Pretty nasty.
nuts. And 20 of them worldwide, pretty sick car.
Yeah, very sick car.
Kind of a Bruce Wayne mobile.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably going to be my over $1 million car right now. And that leaves room to get some sort of manual, mid-tier section car. I mean, part of me thinks that like a gated first-gen Murcielago or a gated F430 is the way to go. Like something with just a visceral gated transmission that is just going to scream, and you're going to bang through the gears and let everybody know what you're driving. So probably one of those two, I would think. I don't think there's.
F430 is probably more versatile
Yeah.
Yeah.
As
Way
f-
more versatile.
as
Yeah.
far as
Probably a
being
fun to
a
drive car,
canyon
yeah.
drive. Is I don't know if you're ripping a Mercy through
No.
Malibu canyons.
No.
Yeah. Unless you're Misha and you're just twisted, but that's the
Yeah.
only person that could do
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Misha's the only human being that will
I
do
know.
that.
I've seen it. So that's where I'm leaning on that. And then, I mean, I want to say Cayenne Turbo GT, but for the sake of switching things up, I'm going to go with the Defender Octa. Yeah. Those things are unbelievably cool.
You got some ball knowledge, Maxwell.
I like cars.
I can fucking very much tell. That's a hell of a garage.
I like cars.
That may
yeah.
be one of the better crafted garages that we've had on this show.
I appreciate that.
Like the thought that went behind crafting it. A lot of
Yeah.
people was always like super, like crazy name car, something that's really popular, something that's cool.
Yeah.
There is a lot of specific craftsmanship behind your garage.
it's fun to try and hit all different places,
Right.
like when you're doing that. I mean, like you can go and get an SVJ and, you know, an SF90 XX, I think that's what it's called. And you can go and get, you know, a Y-Run. You'll have 3 insane cars that are super cool, but they don't really fulfill all the needs if you're a real purist, right? Or a real car guy. Because if you truly enjoy driving, you're going to enjoy something from every segment of the market.
Very much so.
And you will find appreciation in every single car that is built for car guys.
Right.
Like, I love 1992 1.8 liter Mazda Miatas. You can find appreciation in everything.
I got to find one of those.
You should.
I got to sell my Mini and go get a Miata.
Yeah, those are fantastic cars. You should buy one of those. You look good in it.
I would not fucking fit in the damn thing.
I barely fit.
I'd be like Mr. Incredible in that bitch.
Yeah, you look like all of Cam's videos.
Yeah, bro, absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That'd be my daily. The
That'd be a
little
little
Miata.
fun daily. That'd be a really fun daily. That's just, again, like kind of like what Joe said on one of the other podcasts is again, driving a slow car fast and just the enjoyment from that concept.
Yes.
That car is like the epitome of that concept. But when you add the fact that the value is just so minimal, like you throw that car, do whatever, like that's what a real enthusiast looks for, because you get to drive a car for the pure reason of why it was created, to push the living piss out of it.
And you just literally spoke the brand ethos of most Porsches on the road.
My problem is I just love driving fast cars fast.
Yeah, that too is fun. That is very enjoyable.
People are always like,
I'm curious to
slow
hear.
car fast.
You guys probably hear a lot of people's 3-car garages.
Hell yeah.
Has anybody asked yours?
Not in a minute. We haven't done ours in a minute.
I want to hear it.
It always changes.
It does always change.
It's always changing. Like tomorrow, I will be completely different.
You want to go first now?
Sure. It's going to be a CC850, and then a 600 LT Spyder, and then a DBX 707.
Oh, I like that.
It's a really smooth fucking garage.
I like that Aston Martin head there.
Yeah. I'm a lot more. He's a lot deeper ball. I'm a lot more basic.
707S or the DBX S now, because they made a upper version.
It went up.
So why not get the best?
Yeah, very much. On this show, he's like the real car guy. I'm the fake car guy type of bullshit, right?
Yeah.
So mine over $1 million is just pure sport. I can't. It's what I would get if I had the money. That's what I would get. I'm not gonna lie about it.
Yeah.
Under $1 million is a little different now, because it used to be SVJ Roadster, but now I can't fucking say that anymore. So it's now over $1 million now.
Yeah.
So now it would completely change. I think right now, if I had to pick one, I'll probably go 765 LT Spyder.
Okay.
I would pick, and then my SUV would be wide body Coley, lower, big 24, different plates. Yeah, fucking just absolutely just stupid. That'd be my thing. It'd be my LA piece of shit, my Cayenne Carver 765 LT, and then my pull up go fuck yourself car.
I'm game with that.
That's my garage.
I'm game with it.
It's not bad. And ours do change all the fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
So the 812's not making it into that rotation?
It's not.
Bummer.
It's not. Don't get me wrong. I love my 812.
Okay.
But I think part of the problem is, and this is my issue with cars, I get used to things and I get bored of things really quickly. So like I loved my car and I still love my car, but like if somebody came and was like, yo, I'll buy this for this tomorrow for the right price, I'd let it go. So I can get something else.
Someone buy it so you can get the new 911.
If I did sell it,
GT3 Sport Cap.
Yeah.
The Porsche, it's really difficult, man. I think like I might buy if I get rid of that car, I think I might buy a Porsche.
You know what
for sure.
You know what the problem is? Like, I think you really would enjoy the right Porsche, but it has to be the right Porsche because inherently you are just a go stupid fast car guy.
I do.
You like the stupid fast stuff. And
I do like stupid fast. I like sound I like as much sound as I can get for stupid fast.
And at that point, you just need a Turbo S.
But he also likes Flash.
Yeah.
I do like Flash.
Yeah.
I am still slutty.
Yeah. I mean, that new Turbo S does a basically 2 seconds 0 to 60. So
that's ridiculous.
yeah.
But see, then why would I not just buy a ZR1X at that point? Or a ZR1, for a matter of fact, because it's faster.
I will tell you why.
Go ahead.
Because I knew you were going to ask this.
Go ahead. Let's hear it.
Last year, Corvette made 25,000 Corvettes for the U.S. market. Okay? How many do you think Porsche made of the 911?
15.
Close.
Higher or lower than that number?
Lower.
Lower? 11.5?
13,000. So that's every variant of the 911 encapsulated into one statistic. 13,000. Corvette made 25,000 of every variant. So obviously, Turbo S and ZR1X are a small subset
Right.
of that number base, right? But still, the 911 is just a little bit more rare on the road. You know, you're going to pull up to the Cars and Coffee and you're going to see probably a lot more ZR1Xs in a year from now than you will Turbo S's is my thought.
That's pretty fair.
Yeah.
I could see that potentially happening.
There's a rarity aspect to the Porsche thing. And we forget that in Los Angeles because we're one of the biggest Porsche markets in the world.
Right.
Last year, we get directly compared to Mercedes, BMW, Audi, all the other German larger manufacturers that are in the same segments, right? Last year in 2025, Mercedes made just over 300,000 cars for the US market. BMW made, give or take, 380,000, and Audi did 190,000. Porsche made 77,000 for the US market.
Across all models.
Across all models. And they plan, while everybody plans to make more every year, Porsche is dropping down to about 67,000 for 2026. Yeah.
Does that something to do with the tariffs at all?
It has to do with a couple models going away. Cayman, Boxster, Macan Gas is going away.
Got it. Macan Gas is going away.
Correct.
For now.
Yeah.
For now.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got some points on that.
No, it's just that's how it always goes.
Yeah,
fair.
exactly.
Very fair.
So we forget in LA that the Porsche is rare, right? And that it is a club, and that's why it's a cult, right?
Right.
You know, if you have any variant of the 911, even a base, I mean, people can appreciate it. I mean, I have a base 911 and I go out driving with JoJo in his GT3 RS.
Right.
And it's like, I feel like that doesn't happen in the same threshold as a, you know, what is it, Grand Sport C8 and a ZR1X owner. I feel like those two guys aren't going out driving together.
Oh, no, fuck no.
Yeah.
There's no capacity there.
Right.
No capacity.
And so I think that's why there's a cult following around Porsche is like, no matter what level you're at, you have appreciation for all things in the brand. I mean, you've got guys who have GT3 RSs and they'll pull up on a guy in a Cayenne GTS and, you know, they'll just hit it off. I mean, two different cars. And it's like, yo, I love the Cayenne GTS. Should I get one? You know, something like that.
While they're stroking each other off.
Right, exactly.
And in the chalk gray too. Love the spec.
Yeah. There's a little bit of the spec thing is, the spec thing's funny.
The chalk gray.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so chopped. Oh,
yeah.
Is that a speed yellow Macan?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my God, I hope not.
I love it. I love it. I think we can end on this.
Yeah.
One of the worst takes I've ever heard in my entire life was by none other than our boy Doug DeMuro, by him saying that the Cayman GT4 is the nucleus of the sports car. There cannot be a more incorrect take.
You're rage baiting me right now.
I'm not rage baiting.
I know it. I know what the next sentence is.
Factually speaking.
Okay, what's the next sentence? I know where this is going.
What do you think the next sentence is?
What
the actual answer?
Yeah. What is the nucleus? Yeah.
Do you not know?
I know where this is going, but I want to hear you say it.
It's a C8 Corvette. You can't argue it. You really can't.
Yo, where are your New Balances?
I left them at home, actually.
Oh my God.
I do have them, and I left them at home.
Where are your New Balances and your jorts?
Bro, I'm telling you. I hate to say it, man. It's just when you talk about the nucleus of the sports car, there's a lot of elements that goes into it. And yes, I understand where he's reaching for that concept.
Okay.
But there's certain things that have to be delivered that Porsche, this is the one thing about Porsche that everybody forgets, right? You guys make proficient vehicles.
Okay.
Extremely efficient vehicles. Extremely underpowered vehicles.
Okay.
For comparative to the marketplace that exists today.
Okay.
What's the average horsepower on a supercar today? Modern production numbers.
Oh, it's probably between 600 and 800 now.
Yeah. It's probably somewhere right above 700 is the average, right?
Yeah.
And your guys' premier vehicle sits at 500.
520.
Oh, my bad. So when you talk about that and what he's doing,
actually the Turbo S is at 701 horsepower.
You know what I mean. The Turbo S, again, for what he's saying, that car, there's a huge metric that's lost in that thing, and power is lost in that. The C8 does everything that car does better with more power.
Here's where I'm going to challenge you for a second. And I don't hate your take. I don't think it's far off. If you had said to me that the C7 was the nucleus, I think I might have related to that a little bit more, because the one thing that the C8 is missing that would make it the nucleus is the option for a manual transmission. Because
that's fair.
The Cayman offers a manual or the PDK, and then you can literally go in any which direction from there. And that's, I think, what Doug was saying. The C8 doesn't have that manual option, so it doesn't relate to anything. Like, The nucleus means it's going to come out each way and go to any car, right? Like you get a Cayman and you can fall into any category. I don't see how that's possible with a C8 if there's no manual.
His thing was like, the GT4 is all you need. And if you get any other car, it's just because like you want more than you need of something else.
Okay.
Like you
Like
need
sliders
more.
almost.
You need more
Yeah.
speed than you want more speed than you actually need.
Yeah.
So you might get a faster car or whatever. But
Yeah. I mean, that take is totally subjective. You know,
mhm.
the speed one person needs is the speed somebody's completely bored with.
Yeah.
You know,
But you could make the same. You could apply the same argument to offering a manual transmission because in today the take rate's what, like 5%.
Yeah.
So it's like
It's fucking
it
little.
depends on the brand, but no brand offers it. So the take rate is obviously skewed.
Why does no brand offer it?
I think
How did we get here? Remember, we weren't here. We got here.
we got here in the
How did
early
we get here?
2000s.
How did we get here?
We got here in the early 2000s
Why?
because technology progressed
Right.
and people didn't want the manual. Look at the marketplace now of vehicles from any era. What holds higher value, a manual or an automatic?
Enthusiasts.
Yes.
That's the only consumer that
Right.
wants a
There was
manual,
a-
and we're the smallest consumer.
right.
there's been a
That's
resurgence.
the only problem.
Right. But his point is it's the nucleus, I think, of enthusiast vehicles. Right. So
He said the nucleus of the sports car.
the sports car.
The sports
Gotcha.
car.
Of the sports car.
That's the whole thing. Because
Gotcha.
I get where he's going with it. Because in
Yeah.
reality, he has a certain metric, a fair point. Because it's
Right.
literally like, if you want anything other than this, you're favoring one specific style or one specific trait of the car. Tell me what the GT4 does better than the C8 Corvette
Handles.
besides handle. No,
Here's what I would say
no,
is for
no.
$60,000, we'll say $50,000 less than a GT4.
Yes.
You can get a mid-engined V8 naturally aspirated sports car
Right.
for $50,000 less than a
Right.
GT4 that has 2.9 seconds to 60, that handles fantastically.
Okay.
The roof comes off. You
The
fit
roof
golf clubs
comes
in the
off.
back.
Like,
You can fit golf clubs in the back.
Nucleus.
I will give
I'm
credit where
personally-
credit is
Nucleus,
due.
Maxwell, nucleus.
I'm personally not even really interested in owning a C8 Corvette myself.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I'd
you
rather
see
shoot
his
myself in
point.
the
But it's
foot.
described. Oh yeah, yes. This is. I've made the same point.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
C8 Corvette.
This is an SEC stance right now. That's
Yeah, like-
happening right now.
I don't hate the take.
You're
I don't-
getting a supercar for $70,000 in the grand scheme of
Yeah.
things.
Right.
And it's like a GT4 at these days $120,000,
Yeah.
$130,000. It's just not there for me
I don't hate the
to be
take.
the nucleus.
And I think this is going back to everybody's takes on cars is completely subjective.
Right.
And of course, I'm going to back up Porsche because while I do work at the brand, I'm only working there because I feel so passionately about the brand.
Right.
Like, that is I lean towards Porsches on a lot. Even though I gave you my 3-car garage, it doesn't involve any Porsches. We're speaking figuratively.
Correct.
In a realistic sense, I always lean towards a Porsche.
That's understandable.
Mhm.
And that fits my drive style,
Right.
right? I drive a lot. I put like 1,200 miles on a car a month.
Yeah. That's
And
fair.
half of those are driving miles, like canyons, road
Yeah.
trips. And the 911 specifically, I haven't done it in a Cayman, is so versatile. I've drove it to Mammoth and put a snowboard, 2 people, snow gear, a tire giant change kit with a literal center lock tool because my buddy drove his GT3 up with me to Mammoth, and 2 4-day travel bags and got 27 miles to the gallon.
Not bad.
I'm sure you could do the same in the C8. I just don't know if it would be as comfortable. The point of the matter that I'm making here is everybody's take on that situation is going to be different. And I don't hate your guys' take. It's a little wrong in theory because it doesn't really, it's not a direct diversion to every sports car in the marketplace. But I get where you're coming from. Like that is the lead point to high power cars, which is why you lean
It's the
towards
core.
it. Yeah.
There's a reason
It's
it
a core.
sells the most.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it represents the biggest chunk of
Yeah.
people in the market for sports
Correct.
cars.
And Corvette gets way
Correct.
more hate than they deserve. I mean, that is the people's sports car.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they get hate because
Yeah.
That's it.
they're so accessible.
It's still an accessible sports car, which seems to be dwindling very quick.
Right.
And I think that's pretty cool.
Because think about how crazy it is. Like you talk about, there was 25,000 sold,
Yeah.
right? And people were like, "That's
Produced. I don't know if they were sold.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
And people were like, "Oh my god, so many numbers." But like that's like Corvette's history
Right.
was bringing something that only used to be an exotic vehicle price that was so rare,
Yeah.
and it's like here is a better performing version for 1/3 of the price, and they gave it to the people, and they like made that stance. Now the marketplace that we've shifted to, their take on the business model is not rewarded in secondhand value.
Yeah.
But front-hand value, that's why they sell so many of the fucking cars, because everybody wants that 1/3 value performance metric.
Yeah.
Front end.
Are we comparing GT4 to standard C8 or
Yes.
Okay.
For the scenario of being the nucleus of the sports car.
Yeah. The base C8 is
because
the nucleus
price-wise,
of the sports car.
The base C8?
Price
is the nucleus of the sports car, yes. Yes. Tech, how comfortable it is, how versatile it is. You talk about utilitarian vehicle, it is a fucking very much so. And when you talk about the nucleus of the sports car, how the way it handles 0 to 60 under 3 seconds, over 5 or right at 500 horsepower, think about it.
And you can get it for $75,000
all day long.
That's the biggest part.
Twice on
It's
Thursdays.
everything that you get in that package.
I get your
for
points.
$75,000.
I get your points. I get your points. I'm going to stand with Doug on this one.
All right, that's fair.
All day long.
That's fair.
I'm
That's
a part
fair.
of the cult. I am a part of the cult.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, you're drinking the soup. I
am.
So much
you're in
that
the
you
cult,
work there.
People in the cult, it's hard to recognize that they're out. Just
And you've drove them, right?
don't have any 14-year-old daughters.
20.
It's a cult joke. It's a cult joke.
All right, guys, that's been Supercar Connection.
Don't go to Waco.
That one almost got by me.
That's a good way to end it, right?
That almost got by me. Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
Thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me,
Thanks,
guys.
Max.
I
We're out.
appreciate it.
Guys, we're Supercar Connection. We're out.